Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Build Up to a Good Game. 1 hour and 5 minutes away until kick-off as Southampton take on West Ham United. Down in the St Mary's in the fifth round of the FA Cup, two Premier League sides vying for one position in the quarterfinals. Another Premier League team going out tonight at this St Mary's. Gonzo, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm all right. Thank you, my friend. You doing well?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. I'm excited, actually. I'm excited. I feel... This normally when it comes to league games and stuff, in the past we've had sort of what we would call free hits. Usually when you go away to Man City and stuff, you see it's like bonus points and stuff. And I've got that kind of vibe about tonight's game, to be honest with you, Gons. I feel really relaxed. I feel all the pressure's on Southampton because this is all they've got to play for. If they go out tonight, it's sort of mid-table obscurity awaits them. Whereas we've got bigger things coming up next week. So it's almost like win-win to some extent. The way I'm viewing it is either we go through into the quarterfinals, brilliant. We go out, not ideal, but I'll get over it pretty quick because we're playing Sevilla on Thursday. Do you know what I mean? It feels like pressure's off tonight a little bit, and I'm probably going to be able to enjoy it a little bit more.
Yeah, I think just building on what you said there, not that I'm thinking of throwing a game. I want to win the game and I hope we go for it. But performance is very important here as well in terms of momentum of performance because we've had a dip. We seemed to have our tails up a little bit more against Wolves, certainly. And I want to continue that. So even if as long as we go out, even if we go out and we play well, threaten the goal, look good, Antonio, if he features, looks like he's on form or whatever, any number of those players who have not been on form, as long as they look good, they look fit, they look fresh, then I think we can look forward to certainly the European ties with a certain amount of excitement. But we can win this, make no mistake about
it. This is almost like, this feels like the last round before it gets serious. Do you know what I mean? You go out the fifth round, the FA Cup, you're like, meh. You get to the quarterfinals, someone's like, oh, we're not that far away from winning it. Do you know what I mean? And the next round's the one that it feels a bit more important.
This is the last jug of beers for everybody before the shots come out.
Something like that. Yes, that's it. It's getting serious. The Jaeger is getting poured next week. So do you want a Jaeger or not? Down your beer.
I'll have one more lager. I'll have one more lager before we hit those babies. Yeah.
Yeah, you need to down it or go home. It's one of the two. That's where we're off to St Mary's to decide. Or I'm going to finish their beer, or they're going out before the Jaegers arrive at the table. I'm a bit nervous for the team actually going to West Ham's and Southampton's. You know, we did a breakfast show this morning. You can't really tell what Moyes is going to do. You can't really tell what Hasenhüttl is going to do. And obviously, it's going to have a huge impact, the starting 11 that both managers do. You could understand if they play their first team. You could understand if they rotate 7 players and anything in between kind of thing. So it's sort of unknown, and it's hard to judge from what either manager's going to do.
Yeah, it is hard. And I think you made a great point in the breakfast show this morning when you said about the monetary value for each league placing. And particularly we know that they no longer have that big, rich billionaire. Whilst he didn't plough lots of money in, the previous owner was worth about 2-3 billion. I don't know what the situation is with the current owner, but it does appear that they're not out spending frivolously, that's for sure. So otherwise if they had money to spare, they just would have kept Ings and let him run down his contract, because you know what's 20 million when you've got billions and billions to spend. So I would imagine if they're cutting their cloth to that extent, then probably 3 or 4 places in the Premier League and an extra 10 million quid is probably quite important to them. But as I mentioned earlier, if this is genuinely Hasselhoff's last hurrah, then he's surely going to want a trophy. Surely he'll want a trophy.
He's going to want to down that beer and get the Jaegers in next week. His old Hasenhüttl. Right, 3 things. First of all, how the show works. We're going to take a look at the team lineups in a minute. Myself and Gonzo will give you our thoughts. We'll see what the live chat is saying. We'll compile a little bet. If it wins, we'll give the money away. Happy days. But it's a very interactive show, so keep your comments coming in the live chat throughout the show, and we'll see what you guys are saying. Second of all, we're aware Roman Abramovich has put Chelsea up for sale, just to knock it out in the head, because there's loads of people commenting in the live chat. We are aware of it. We have seen it. But it's a West Ham show. This is a build-up to a West Ham game. We're not going to discuss it on this video tonight. And then third of all, if you wish to check out our Patreon, you can do. Link is in the description. It should be pinned to the top of the live chat. I've done it right. When you enter the live chat, it should be there. If you fancy supporting the channel from as little as £3.50 per month, or if you sign up for the you save 10%. Link is in the description. What do you get for your money? Well, you get more content, more videos. Myself and Gonzo tomorrow will be doing the player ratings. for tonight's game, plus loads more. Because we've got 6 games in March, that means lots of videos. We do about 3.5 on average, 3.5 videos per match day. So obviously 6 games means 18. 21 videos on Patreon this month at least. So there's plenty of content for you to get your teeth into, as well as other stuff, including entry to our giveaway and online store discount. Now, Gonzo, thank you very much to those people that are recommending it. That's a Patreon. Would you like to know the West Ham team?
I would. It's 6:30. Tell me the West Ham team. Tell us all the West Ham team, please, Gio.
One change. I know there's 2 changes. Someone said 1 change. Scott said 1 change. You put me off, Scott. There's more than 1 change because I can see Areola and Diop here. Anyway, let's take a look at the West Ham 11. We've got Areola in goal with the defence of Ben Johnson, Craig Dawson, Kurt Zouma, and Issa Diop. We've got Declan Rice, Thomas Soucek, Pablo Finals, Manuel Lanzini, Jared Bowen, and Michail Antonio. So Areola in for Fabianski, and Diop in for Aaron Creswell. I'm not going to read out the bench just now, but just to confirm, Aaron Creswell is not on the bench this evening. It's mainly youngsters on the bench. We'll get onto that in a minute. But what's your reaction to the starting 11, Gonzo?
I really like it. I really, really like that. As long as there's nothing bad with Cresswell, as long as that is Cresswell, maybe Moyes has looked at it, and maybe Moyes has looked at that whole squad and thought, okay, Cresswell can't do the 4 games, basically. And I'm pretty sure he would have looked at the squad and thought, actually, there are others that also can't do the 4 games, but maybe it's their turn. Maybe it's Antonio that sits out, for instance, at Liverpool, as we discussed in the preview. The team looks strong. I like the mess. I say this all the time, but it sends out a clear message to the team, which says, I want to win the FA Cup. You can give all the talks you want in the dressing room. You can say what you want to the press as a manager. Nothing says, I want to win the FA Cup, like putting Declan Rice and Michail Antonio in your team. And because, and obviously Bowen as well, regardless of who you or I might think are West Ham's best players, whoever they are, they seem to be in there for David Moyes. Cresswell's, we don't know, but that's 3 centre-backs again. So I think we are going to miss his delivery. There's no doubt about that. That was a real highlight from that side. We lack balance with a left footer. That's the only criticism I would say from that. But there's intent in that team.
Yeah, the Diop inclusion, I'm going to assume Cresswell's injured because you look at the bench, there's 1 defender on the bench and that's it. So I'm going to assume he's got a bit of a knock or he's suffering from his knee collision in the last game. That's why he's not involved. So you're looking at this team. In our possession, we know what it's going to be. It'll be like a 3-4-3 kind of formation. Finals will be the left wing back. We saw that against Wolves. That's fine. But in possession confuses me a little bit. Is this a Diop going to essentially turn into a left back and come gallivanting forward? I can't really see it, to be honest with you. So I think we're going to perhaps lack a little bit of cutting edge from that side of the pitch, which was pivotal against Wolves. We're not talking about Creswell, who had a good game, got forward now and again. Creswell was bombing forward a lot against Wolves and had their right side pinned back, if you like, a little bit. So I think the loss of Creswell's huge tonight down that side. And I guess we need some form of backup plan if Creswell's to miss Liverpool or Sevilla, what we're going to do. So it's the right game to try to some extent. The Diop one's just a little bit confusing. I think there perhaps was an alternative on the bench that might have been better suited, which we'll get into in a second. But the rest of the team, it's the starting 11, isn't it? Can't complain. Moyes is taking it seriously. Looking ahead and thinking ahead, which is a bit too early, but hopefully we'll rest some of these players against Liverpool, but we'll deal with that tomorrow. So yeah, good team from West Ham. But the bench though is Darren Randolph. We've got Elise. He's the one I thought Gonzo we could have put in instead of Diop, a left-footed ball-playing centre-back in there. We've also got Krau, Chesters, Okoflex, Ekwa is in the team as well. Sonny Perkins, Said Benrahma, and Nikola Vlasic. A decent bench.
You know what? It's fine. This is the thing. He's resting some squad players, clearly, or there's an injury or two, or whatever the case may be. But he's taking it seriously. But he's also there's the youngsters there getting their experience on the bench. I would like David Moyes to play the youngsters a bit more. I really would. Don't get me wrong. But actually, I wouldn't in this game. I want him to go for it on here. I think there's other opportunities. I think the last 10 minutes against Wolves would have been a really good time. Antonio was out on his feet. Perkins could have come in. So there's I think there's opportunities throughout the season that David Moyes doesn't use. I think we almost had no left. There was a point a month or two ago, he had no left backs. Where was Longello? He should have been in there. So I'm all for the youngsters featuring. I really do. And if there is a central midfielder comes onto the pitch tonight, I hope it's Chesters and not Crow. So I want to see the young players, but I like what he's done. Take it seriously. Let's go and try and win this game. And clearly he is.
Anyway, the West Ham team is only one half of the starting 11. So let's take a look at the Southampton one. And as West Ham fans, you may just have a little grin on your face in a second. In goal for the Saints tonight is Willie Caballero. In defence, they've got Walker Peters, Jack Stevens, Jan Valery, and Romain Perraud. And then we've also got Diallo and Ward-Prowse in midfield, along with Smallbone and Inepo, with Long and Armstrong up front. I mean, a lot of changes going. So, I mean, off the top of my head, I think that's 1, 2, 9 changes for Southampton from the win against Norwich in the league.
Well, that gives you every indication of what his intention is. Again, look, he will say that he wants to progress, and I'm sure Southampton do want to progress, but it's about messaging. He can say everything he wants. Southampton take the FA Cup seriously. He could say those words 1,000 times, do the press conference, say it to the lads in the dressing room, but they can all see the team. And that is the messaging of how seriously he's taking it. And I'm really pleased to see that lineup, because if we are fit, firing and motivated, which we should be, and David Moyes has sent out the opposite messaging to what Hasenhüttl has. I like that. I like what I see.
I can't believe he's done this, Hasenhüttl. If I was a Saints fan, I'd be raging right now. They've got one centre-back. One centre-back in the team, 3 centre midfielders, 1 winger, 2 strikers. One of them is Shane Long. Does he really count as a striker? And that's a really poor Southampton team. If I was a Saints fan, I would be absolutely fuming at this lineup. I mean, their bench is good, but the starting 11's just... My confidence has gone up tenfold, to be honest with you. It really has. We've got to be beating this. This is Southampton's second string side. There's no doubt about it. It's our first 11 minus a couple of players, and that is their second string team minus Ward-Prowse. Ward-Prowse and Kyle Walker-Peters are the only team that would get into their sort of cup final 11, if you like. Sure. Whereas this is surprising. I mean, I'm happy, but I'm surprised that he's prioritising the league campaign in which they're destined to finish between 9th and 14th over an FA Cup, which you win tonight, you're in the quarterfinals. But anyway, the bench for the Saints tonight, Lewis, the young goalkeeper, Lewis is on the bench. Strong bench, though. Livramento, Bednarek, Romeo, Stuart Armstrong, Theo Walcott, Nathan Redmond, Che Adams, and Broha as well.
Oh, well, you know, you can't have it all. You can't have it all. He's done the opposite to what we've done, isn't he? Basically,
he's in his press conference. He alluded to the fact he had 5 subs, and you would assume he meant I can take 5 players off. Obviously, he's thinking if come the hour mark and we've got a chance, I'm going to get my 5 first team players on the pitch and go for it. So, like you said, he's doing a bit the opposite of what Moyes is doing.
Yeah, I mean, certainly if it's 0-0 or whatever, or the game is tight, and he can bring those guys on. And they can make a difference, particularly Brosier, of course. And but there's an opportunity for us as well, and this affords us massive opportunity, and actually possibly a situation that Moyes wouldn't have expected this team, by the way, unless he had some spy at the Southampton training ground. He might have done. You never know. Stranger things have happened. Just ask Frank Lampard. But I think what this affords us the ability to do is someone like Antonio could run their shall we say, their centre-back ragged in this one. We could get some goals up early in this, and if we do, then Moyes is actually in a position to take off a couple of those guys that he probably didn't think that he was ever going to be able to. He's in a position maybe to give a couple of players 60 minutes here that he might have thought would be getting the full 90. So it's quite funny. I think they might be looking at it from slightly different things. I think Moyes might be looking at it thinking, have we got a definitive result by X amount of time? If we're losing it, if we're getting whooped, because he wouldn't have known this team, if we're getting whooped I'll take off Antonio, I'll take off Rice or whatever. I'll do that. If we're cruising, I'll take off Antonio, I'll take off Rice. We'll do it like that. That's his thing. It's all about, I think they're the certainty of it. SOUWHU is probably thinking, let's keep this tight. If this is tight, then actually we can win it in the last 20, 25 minutes. Going to be really interesting.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to tonight even more than I was, actually. I was optimistic, looking forward to a bit of FA Cup fever, if you like. But now I've seen the lineups. We've got to be firm favourites to go on and win this tie this evening and put our ball in the bowl tomorrow night in the FA Cup quarterfinals. Right, we're going to do a little bet, but before we do, Gonzo, we've had 500 new people since I promoted Patreon join us. So could you promote Patreon, please, to the live viewers quickly?
Well, I tell you what, Patreon is a wonderful, wonderful thing. There are many reasons to join Patreon. The first one, I always think that. I always said to Geo, we want people to sign up for the right reasons. And that is to help us out, if you can, to support Hammers Chat. That's your primary reason for doing it, or I would like to think. If that's not reason enough, then do it because you get some extra videos. If that's not reason enough, do it because you get really good discounts at Hammers Chat Store. Now, Patreon, we have several different tiers. You can get a little bit of extra content, more extra content, a little bit more extra content, or loads and loads of extra content if you're absolutely West Ham mad and your day doesn't have enough West Ham stuff in it. Look, we hope everybody thinks it's good value. There's people in the chat saying that they are existing patrons and they really enjoy it. We're always trying to come up with new ideas as well. We got breakfast shows, we got player ratings, we got opposition previews, we got the best podcasts in all the West Hemisphere. If that is actually what we've even got some vlogs on there as well. We do updates. You get to see a little bit more behind the scenes Hammers Chat with Patreon as well. And thank you to everybody that's joined up and particularly that's been with us for a long time now. Thank you.
Right, bet time. Me and Gonzo are now going to put a bet together on Bet 365. And if it wins, we're going to give one of you guys the money. What are you thinking, Gonzo? What's going into the bet builder?
Oh, Antonio's going to score. Antonio is scoring tonight. I know it might not be the best one. It might not be the best one. But I fancy him to score. I don't want to do so many corners now because Cresswell's out of there. So let's leave the Dawson one alone for this one.
Okay, so I've got West Ham to win, Antonio to score, West Ham to pick up 5 or more corners. We have to with that team compared to that Southampton one.
Definitely, we'll be going for that. What odds does that give us?
It's only 8-1. Okay, so we need something else.
Souček goal.
Souček goal as well. That's what we want to go for. Right, where is it?
That'll boost it up. Naming 2
we'll
goals.
Boost it right up. There he is. 40. That's 40-1. That'll do. So let's put a £5 on that. If it wins, that's 200 quid. So if the following wins, we're going to give someone 200 quid. If West Ham win the match, Antonio and Souček get a goal each, and West Ham get 5 or more corners in the match. We'll give one of you £200 cash to enter in the live chat. Please put the following phrase:
small bone or a long Johnson.
Oh, for God's sake! Right, get that into the live chat, and if that bet wins, someone that said in the live chat will win 200 quid. Lauren says a fantastic opportunity, but so was Newcastle with their 3 players missing.
Absolutely.
Just having a little look and see what else people are saying.
Hold on, that's what I. Oh, you've nicked it.
Sorry, I was just clicking on Marks and Antonio to score. He's backing me up.
Sorry. Fair enough. Yeah, thanks, Harry. Small
there
bone or a long Johnson to be in with a chance of winning £200. The bet has to come in, by the way. The bet comes in. One of you lot who type that, and yeah, because it's got to type it. You've got to press send. You win the 200 smackaroonies.
Anyway, your confidence gone up a bit. So now you've seen the teams.
I was confident anyway.
I know that. That's why I said, has it gone up a bit?
Oh, shot right up like a long Johnson.
You've got to say your little small bone gone into a long Johnson.
The small bone is expanding significantly, Geo, once I saw that Southampton team, put it that way.
Yeah.
Has your small bone grown at all?
A little bit.
No, you're not confident. You're not fully charged up.
I am actually, but it's more because of the. It's a bit like Sunday. I hate saying this. It sounds really bad, but on Sunday when I saw the teams, I thought we'd go on and win because of Wolves' team. And tonight it's like I think we'll go on and win, because of Southampton's team. I'm a little bit wary of the Diop thing. I will be honest with you, and that it's confusing me a little bit. I'm intrigued to see how it works. I wonder if Fornals is maybe going to be, if our attack down the left-hand side is going to be hindered quite a little bit, and puts a bit more emphasis on Ben Johnson, which is okay, but he's not the best in the final third of the pitch. But it'll be interesting to see if he can. I assume he's going to have more opportunities to cross the ball tonight, Ben Johnson, due to Diop playing on the left. So I would like to see an improvement from him in terms of his final ball and his crossing and his composure. Just calm down a little bit. Just take your time and pick the right pass or the right cross or something. But we've come into this with a massive boost after the Wolves game. Certain players will have a nice boost, like Antonio. I agree with you with Antonio to score tonight, by the way. I was going to put that in as well. He must be on cloud nine. All he got was an assist and a good performance, but that could make the world of difference. Just takes the pressure off him a little bit. And I think we'll reap the rewards tonight a little, so to speak, Gonzo. Anyway, shall we take a look at the live chat? In the live chat, if you're joining us, please put your comments in, what you're thinking. It could be about the West Ham team, the Southampton team, how you see tonight going, anything. It could be about absolutely anything in relation to tonight's game. Get into live chat and let's have a little look. Yes.
Just what Joan just said there. I won't pop it up because you've pulled another one up there. But Joan has just said, because of course he did. Cresswell did get a big old whack, didn't he, in that one? So it is probably safe. It's probably a little bit of playing it safe from Moyes, actually.
He had that knee clash. We were speaking about it in the player ratings, that when you bump someone else's knee with your knee, someone always ends up in excruciating pain. It's the same as stubbing your toe or bumping your funny bone, and that is crashing your knees. Anyway, Adam says, what do you think this means for Liverpool? He's just glad we're going for it.
I don't think so. I don't think Moyes is going to rest for Liverpool either, actually. I don't think so. I think Moyes is just going for it. I think Moyes cares. I think Moyes believes what he said earlier on in the week, which is, hold on, we were good earlier on in the season. I've no reason. He said, I think the squad's a bit small, but they were good at it. I think we'll finish the season well as well. I think he believes it. So I do not expect. I would agree that Moyes knows we have a 10% chance of getting 3 points against Liverpool, but don't expect him to put the kids out against Liverpool. He'll still try and win it, and you'll still see Rice and Soucek and Zouma and whoever else against Liverpool.
Sunnyverse said, I wasn't sure about this fixture, but this I think it means this fixture, but the way you're talking about it now, I'm very giddy.
Excellent.
Maybe we're getting Sunnyverse's small bone going as well. Everyone's small bones.
Come on.
We don't know Ryan. We don't know about Cresswell. We assume he might be fit for the next game, and it's just precaution. You'll have to wait and see what David Moyes says. George is saying Fabianski not on the bench, injured. I imagine he's just giving Fabianski the night off, to be honest, with the taking Randolph, almost like as a token gesture. I bet you Fabianski's there, though. Remember that game we played? Leicester away, remember? Zouma got injured and then Randolph come on to the bench because Diop then got promoted. I bet you Fabianski might be there. It'll be David Martin that's there.
Yeah, well, you know what? I mean, there is a difference between being part of the match day squad, actually, in terms of he can just rock up in his car, park, watch the game, and go home rather than do the whole warm up dressing room thing. Go on the and all the rest of it. So yeah, it's probably easier just to turn up.
Kyle says, would have preferred to see Ashby rather than Diop, but it is what it is. Feeling good. Let's do this. I think he might be injured. Harrison Ashby at the minute. I think Harrison Ashby's injured. Plus, he's a right back. I wouldn't want to squish him in at sort of left centre back.
I don't think he would. I think Kyle would probably suggest, if I've got you right here, Kyle, that Ashby would play as a right wing back.
Oh.
And then because he's pretty much 2-footed, Johnson would go on the left side of defence.
Patel says, surely Antonio has to play on the weekend and both Sevilla games and Spurs. That's the problem. That's the dilemma, innit? We'll deal with that tomorrow. We'll have our Liverpool preview to do, so we'll deal with that in then. Oscar says first half will be crucial to their subs. We have to get off to a good start. I agree with that. I wouldn't be surprised if come half time it's 0-0. Wouldn't be surprised if Hasenhüttl's rubbing his hands thinking, right, I'm gonna get Broja on, I'm gonna get Stuart Armstrong on or something. I'm just gonna go for it a little bit. It is live on the BBC iPlayer. Go on BBC, push the red button. You can watch the game. Or if you've got Freeview, I think it's channel 603, I think, is the red button channel on Freeview. And on Sky, it is 969 something. I was tempted to be like 993. Someone was slapping
Good
on
work.
porn in there.
Good work. Yeah, well, you know what? There's a Brucey bonus. Yeah, Gonzo, it said review in a review. What did you think of the first goal?
Well,
see it.
Some poor lady sitting there saying, "What are you changing channel for?" Oh, Hammer chatting boy just said it's on the red button channel 996. You filthy pervert! Get it off the screen. Get it off the screen. Get that small bone off the screen right now.
Absolutely.
Wrong small bone. Contact at Light is asking if you've checked that the hammers ain't wonky.
Oh no, we're good. All right. We're good. Oh, excuse me.
He'd like a clean sheet. We'll deal with predictions in 5-10 minutes, Harry, when you'll find out we both think our clean sheet or not. Ethan's saying, where's Fredericks and SOUWHU?
They're out on a date, both of them together.
I think Fredericks has just got injured, and I think SOUWHU is on his way back from injury. So too soon. And to be honest with you, I don't want them on the bench, to be honest. I'd rather see Elise on the bench and Flex on the bench and stuff, because that's whose positions they'd take. They wouldn't come in and take Crowell's position, for example. It'd be the youngsters that would have to get off it. No Mark Noble on the bench, by the way. I've just thought about that. Hope he's okay.
Yeah, maybe. He can't be. Otherwise, he would have been involved. I mean, this is one of Mark's last opportunities to play a game for West Ham United, as sad as that sounds. So,
right.
Just for I think Ralph says enjoying the sun. Can't get BBC iPlayer out in Spain. Just so do read the chat, Ralph. You got in some advice there, mate, which looks pretty good to me.
Chris says if we can start strong, get ahead, it'd be great to get the young players on with the Southampton lineup. We could do it. Richie says if we get through, who would you like in the next round?
Oh, not Middlesbrough. That's what I've decided. Not Middlesbrough. Luton. I'd like Luton in the next round. Sorry. For
those that don't know, Gonzo's predicting Luton to beat Chelsea this evening. I think I would like Crystal Palace, actually. I watched their game last night. They were crap. They just done enough to get through, but I would like Crystal Palace in the next round. Fember says if we rest against Liverpool, they'll take us to the cleaners. Yeah, but when we did the preview, someone left a comment, a hypothetical question before people say, why can't we win all three? That's not the point of the game. It sucks the fun out of the game, really. Someone said, Southampton, Liverpool, Sevilla, win, draw, lose. What are you doing? Win one, draw one, lose one. Southampton in the FA Cup, Liverpool in the league, and then Sevilla in the Europa League. What are you doing?
I'd lose against Liverpool. I'd draw against Sevilla. Take them back to Upton. Well, actually, we won't be doing that, will we? Take them back to wherever we live now, and when go through in a cup. That would be my choice.
Completely agree. Phil says, delighted Lanzini keeps his place. Our passing is twice as good when he's on the pitch.
Phil, yes.
The Zocker says, I like the teams a lot, but I'm shocked not to see Benrahma or Vlasic in this tie. Also, what do you think of the news? We might not have to pay the last part of Vlasic's fee.
I think whatever happens on that, and I'm shocked not to see them as well, but only because of the strength of David Moyes' team. I think he has picked what he perceives to be his best team with the players available to him. If we agree that Cresswell's got a knocked knee, but I thought they would feature today. But it just goes to show, doesn't it? Don't be surprised to see one or two of those. There's only two of them actually featuring against Liverpool. Vasic's fee, I think we can't bank on this. I think it'd be naughty and wrong to do so. So I think what we should do is put that money aside and assume that we have to pay it. And if it turns out that we don't have to pay that money, then we should probably do the right thing with some of that money. But I eventually you'll have to pay it. So just put it in the bank and put it to one side.
Yeah, I agree. While it might not be, you don't have to pay it. I think you'd have to pay it for now. I think you'd have to pay it eventually as well. I think you will see Benrahma and Vlasic this evening, to be honest with you, regardless of the outcome of the game. Come the hour mark, 70 minutes, Moyes will be looking to get those two on the pitch, especially with 5 substitutions. Remember, this evening, both teams can make 5 subs. Also, the game will be finished tonight. So if it's a draw at 90 minutes, it goes on to extra time and penalties if needed as well. Martin says, very happy with that lineup, 3-5-2-1. Got an extra player there, Martin. That would make us 11 outfielders.
Hold on. Oh, he has.
It's
I don't
3-5-2,
wonder you're
isn't
happy
it?
about it. It would beat most teams, Martin. Who is the extra
Maybe.
one? Is he giving a youngster a chance, Martin, or are you just like sticking Ben Rama in there as well?
Yeah, Long Johnson. Long doesn't play for us. He plays for Southampton, and unless maybe that's where he's getting Long and Johnson from.
Yes.
Right.
They've doubled up all over the place. They got Ben and Derek, Sally and Sue, and then Ellie and Lucy. They're doubled up all over the place.
Chuck and Hammer says, "Gotta be 3-1 West Ham now, lads." Aditya says, "Fornals is wing back, not sure." Did you watch the Wolves game, my friend? He played well in the wing back. I liked it. Ryan says, "Stop saying Smallbone or Long Johnson."
Sorry, no, he is right. There's been far too many people in this chat, and I know and they've just been saying every time someone types, one of us says Smallbone or Long Johnson, and the trouble is because earlier on when I said Smallbone and Long Johnson, everybody's been saying it in the chat, and because we want to prompt people to enter the competition, one of us does tend to say Smallbone or Long Johnson, but I've said Smallbone and Long Johnson too much. I agree.
For those that keep saying Smallbone and Long Johnson, you can please stop saying Smallbone or Long Johnson, because Ryan has requested everybody stop saying Smallbone or Long Johnson. So
particularly when Michael's just written Smallbone and Long Johnson, and I'll tell you what, Ryan is getting right ticked off with it.
Thunder and Joy says, "If we win this, our confidence will be sky high. I don't think Moyes will make much changes for Liverpool." Mark says, "Ashby's injured and the right back. Diop is playing left centre back." He's just replying to. Klopp says, "Surprised at Saints team, but remember Leicester reserves beating us in the League Cup a few years ago." It was a while ago, that, wasn't
it? Doug, it's got to stop saying Smallbone and Long Johnson, mate. Sorry, just asking.
Patam says, "Would you take Middlesbrough?" I assume that's who you want. Me and Gonzo don't want them, though. They put out Man United and Tottenham. I don't fancy that, to be honest with you. And Sheffield United did well against us with Wilder as manager. So I could avoid that. Thank you very much. Right, let's see what everyone else is saying. Skimming it.
I know there's an awful lot here, and I do apologise for sort of egging everybody on, because now we're just seeing a lot of Smallbones and Long Johnsons in the chat. And but for those of you who don't know, if you have just tuned in the last 5 minutes, the reason that we're saying Smallbone Long Johnson and people are typing it is because that's the phrase you have to enter into the chat to be eligible for our bet, which will yield £200 if the bet comes in. What's the bet again, Antonio?
West Ham win. Should check Antonio's score in 5 West Ham corners.
£200.
Decisive question from Aditya: who's better, Okaflex or Perkins?
I will pass this one over to Geo. I haven't seen enough of either.
The thing is, Okaflex is a couple of years older than Perkins as well, and I think due to the sort of fast track of Perkins, he's got to have something about him. Literally this time 2 years ago, he's playing in under 18s. Then he was up front for the under 23s. Now he's on the bench for the first team. He's played for us as well. He's got to have something. He's got to have a bit of talent. And I would have said Okaflex, going by what I've seen, which is limited. I would have said Okaflex. However, bearing in mind that Moyes hasn't used Okaflex yet, but has used Sonny Perkins, I'm willing to trust the Premier League's manager's opinion over mine. So I'm going to say Perkins is, but my opinion is it's Okaflex. I haven't seen Antonio can't play against Liverpool. He's picked up his 5th yellow card. That's incorrect, I'm afraid. Because we're over 19 games now. It's 10 yellow cards for a suspension. However, if he does pick up his 10th yellow card, he gets a 2-game suspension, and then April or something, it moves to 15 cautions.
If he's got 5. Then that's fine. He can get to 10. He could pick up 3 tonight, and it won't be a problem.
Well, he got sent off last time we played them, actually.
Oh, that's fine.
Who's getting booked? I don't really fancy it, to be honest with you. I wouldn't do any West Ham players. Dejanepo always gets booked, but he's always going to be crap, so I'd avoid that. I think we've got Mariner. I think Mariner's referee. He's all right for cards, but I don't really fancy it, to be honest with you. Nothing from me for this game. Joe says, given the analytics available to Moyes nowadays, Do you think we have been more physical or mentally fatigued? Maybe that's why he's been happy to play certain players. Oh no, this is your kind of comment. You've been banging on about this.
Well, I don't think there's any way to measure mental fatigue. So I think that's the first thing. I think you've got to really, you'll only know by being in and around the players whether they're sharp up there or not. Physically fatigued. I think he's got all the data. They've all got all the data. How many miles they've run. If somebody normally runs, 12 kilometers in a game, and then for the last 2 or 3 games they've been running 10, they're going to know it. The stats will be in there. So I can only assume that the data is there. They've looked at the data, and he's probably not seen any drop off. But the second bit is the bit that I think it's that freshness. It's that little bit, that sharpness that stops you moving really quickly once you pass the ball, and just being vibrant and all the rest of it. But there's no way to know that, really.
Robert says, what's wrong with Moyes? Very one-dimensional. It continues to knock out the same team. Well, I was hoping he was going to knock out Southampton.
Oh, they're a very different team today. Yeah.
Right, let's see what the rest of us are saying here. Is Declan says, don't be surprised if one of their players needs treatment between 60 and 80. It's 60 and 70. It's 70. It's in that 10-minute period. They shouldn't be doing that tonight. I mean, that's a whole new 11 they've got out. They should be fine. John says, where's Vlasic? On the bench. Mark reckons Okaflex is better. Perkins nowhere near good enough for the first team. 2 seasons away at least. Adam's asking if we think we're signing Areola. Moyes isn't as keen on Johnson as he was at the start of the season.
Fair enough. Fair comment.
Right, everybody get your score predictions into the live chat, please. Get your score predictions in. Chuckenhammer kindly moves us on to that. He says you both predicted 2-1. Have you changed your mind now? So, Gonzo, I guess that's that point of the show where I ask for any final thoughts. And
there's someone that pays attention to the preview. Fantastic. I like that.
He watched it. Either or he skipped to the end just for the score prediction.
That's it. Yeah. Don't blame him. That's the best bit. Yeah, I think so. I think I am going to change it now. Excellent. Yeah, well done. I will go. I'll give myself an extra goal. I'll go with a 3-1.
I know I hate doing this bit because this type of stuff I can always come back and bite you in the arse, right? But I'm looking at that Southampton team, Gonzo. I don't see any threat. As long as we stay away from giving away stupid free kicks 20, 25 yards out from goal. Even if they get a set piece, right? Who they got? Jack Stevens. That's it. They've not really got much height in there at all. Even our set pieces, we should be doing quite well against them.
You've got a big score in mind. You've got to go controversial. You've got a big score in mind. You want to say something controversial, don't you? Let it out. Cleanse.
The only thing I said, there's no threat. The one thing that does concern me looking at that, actually, I forgot he's playing, Adam Armstrong, because when we played at their place, I thought Adam Armstrong was quite good, ran in behind our defence a lot and we struggled with it. But the problem is you then need someone to give them the ball. I'm not sure Shane Long is that person. I'm not sure De Janeiro is that person. I'm going to say Southampton 0, West Ham 4.
Do you think he's got a strong arm? Do you think arm's strong? You need a strong arm. We've got a small bone.
Honestly, I think we're going to smash them tonight. Looking at our team, it looks good.
You did say 4-0.
Yeah.
You gave it a Pablo 4-0s for this one.
No, just give it 4-0.
We're going to Pablo them.
I think Antonio will get a couple. I think we'll see a Jared Bowen goal. I think we'll see a goal from a set piece as well. That team is that Southampton team. Sorry, that was a Premier League team. They get relegated. Would you take any of them? Bar Ward Prowse and maybe Kyle Walker-Peters. Would you take any of them at West Ham? I'm not so sure. We have no second striker at the club, and I still don't think I'd take Shane Long. I'd rather have no second striker than Shane Long in the team. In all honesty, honestly, I don't fear that team whatsoever. I'm fully expecting to come on here and speaking about a comfortable win for West Ham. If not, it's not been good enough. I know the cups are all about results, so we scrape a 1-0, I'll still be happy. But we need to see a comfortable win for us. Keep the confidence going in the right direction. That is not a good Saints team. One centre-back in that team. I don't even know what they're going to do. I'm trying to work out who the centre-back is next to him so I can bet on him to get booked so Antonio can absolutely roast him. There's my card prediction. Whoever's playing centre-back next to Jack Stevens, get on him to get booked. I mean, Jack Stevens is not the best centre-backing himself. So I probably have guaranteed that Shane Long scored. I know, but honestly, he's not very good. He used to be, not anymore. It'd be like us bringing out Demba Ba. He's done.
Why not?
Done.
Why not?
Just quickly, myself and Gonzo just want to say a massive thank you to Chris saying Hammer Chat Mug, massive, enjoy it every morning. He's talking about the breakfast show, I think. And also James, E20 TV, thanks for £10. Says, let's get it one tonight. Come on, you irons. Anyway, don't go anywhere because we've got to watch along. We're here until the full time whistle. But it won't be me and Gonzo. I've got big man Charlie Walsh. How you doing?
Do you know what? After seeing the teams, I'm equally like, here we go. Not steaming with confidence, but I'm like, bruv, if we can't do this, then what? This is the time, Geo. FA Cup, we're moving, big plays, let's go. You know what I mean? We
have to. We've got to smash them.
I like Hassan Hüttl, right? I really do. This is something we'll talk about, I assume,
I like him even more after that team.
Here's the thing. I like him, but I'm looking at that side and I'm thinking we've performed really well against the Wolves side, who, to be fair, are in brilliant form. Right, they're really doing bits right now. Wolves, Southampton are in good form, but this is practically the same team. We've got to do. I'm confident, yeah. I'm confident. I'm excited. It's happening. It's FA Cup. Let's go.
Anyway, myself and Gonzo are going to disappear, but we'll be back at full time. But don't go anywhere because Charlie's here until full time, hopefully taking you through some 4 goals for West Ham. Now we'll be back at half time to take over from him and have a little discussion with you. Like the video you haven't already, and myself and Gonzo will catch you at full time. But over to Mr. Walsh.
Thank you, Geo. Thank you, Gonzo. And thank you, of course, to Stuart Morris Accountants, your accounting professionals. If you need maths and money stuff done for you, I'm telling you now, just ask them to do it. Because it's just long otherwise. You shouldn't be bothered. It doesn't matter what you need, be it corporate, be it business, be it private, be it personal, whatever you need. Maybe you're selling a certain football club in West London. Then Stuart Morris Accountants are the ones for you. Thank you very much to them. And of course, thank you very much to all of you for joining. Hello, everyone. I hope you're good. I hope you're well. I tell you what, I'm vibing today. I don't know why I've come in so hot, but I have today, and it's happening. Come on. Definitely a small burn. Anyway, right. So let's start off big. We've got just under 25 minutes till kickoff. For those of you talking about, I think it will be going live on the BBC at 10:02. So at 7:20, I believe, is when it goes live on the BBC, just in case you wondered. So on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the least confident possible, 10 being the most confident possible, how confident are you of a West Ham result today? Lob that in the chat. Let's get going. Let's get vibing. Matt, good to see you, sir. Hope you're all right. Wayne, do I like small bones, says Bonnie? I love him, mate. I live it. Still being a parrot. For now, big plays coming, Deckers. I'll tell you that much for a fact. Big plays coming. It's happening. That is me. Listen, I'm big ups to Mazza and his cat. Listen, he can do all the numbers, all of them. You name a number, he's got it. He knows it. He's heard of it before. You know what I mean? Let's have a look at some of these confidence. While we're going through the confidence levels, let's run through those lineups once more, just in case you didn't see them or didn't hear them previously on the build-up. Areola starts in goal for West Ham. Johnson, Dawson, Zuma, Diop, and Pablo Fornals at left wing-back. We have a double pivot of Rice and Thomas Soucek, with the front three the same as it was against Wolves. Mikel Antonio down the middle with Bowen on the right and Lanzini on the left. A decent side. You're looking at Southampton's. They've heavily rotated. Willie Caballero in goal. Kyle Walker-Peters, Stevens, Valerie, and Perot in defence. Diallo and Ward-Prowse are being flanked in midfield by Smallbone and Gineppo, with Shane Long and Adam Armstrong up front. Looking at the benches, West Ham have Randolph, Elise Crowell, Chesters, Okaflex, Ekwa, Perkins, Benrahma, Vlasic. Lots of youth in there. Big up the youth. I'm excited to see some of them come on, hopefully. That's one of the other things I'm jazzed about today. I've come in with a lot of energy, haven't I? Southampton, Lewis, Livramento, Bednarek, Romeo, Stuart Armstrong, Walcott, Redmond, Adams, and Brozier. A very, very strong bench for Southampton. So if it's not going well, they do have the opportunity to change it up. But those are the two teams. Let's see how that's influenced your confidence level, shall we? Because I'm pretty flipping confident. I'm pretty flipping confident. How'd you get the red button without a red button? BBC website. BBC website. The other way, of course, is if you can't find any way to watch it, what I would recommend you doing is having a look in the description below. There is a bit there called Join Our Discord. It's completely free. West Ham community, Hammers Chat community, fans of all clubs are welcome though. But more importantly, on the left-hand side, if you scroll down, you see stream links and you'll be able to find what you're looking for if you can't watch it on via the BBC or whatever it is in the United States. I'm not sure where it's being shown. There is also, of course, our prediction league going on in the Discord. Make sure to head over and get involved in that. Good first week for that. Good first week for that. We're officially taking control. We're taking notes. This is a thing. We're going to build up over the course of the season. It's going to be good. But I can't have a look yet. I found it on the BBC website. But I'll be able to help you when it starts in about 10 minutes just to double check. Let's have a look at some of these confidence levels, shall we? 7, it seems Moyes is going to take this one seriously. Strong lineup. I agree, Lassie, and I'm hyped for that. Jay was coming big with 7-0. Huge. Big place. Let's go. Get some like. Thank you very much, Harry. Get some likes on it indeed. Of course, 300 is usually the goal. Today we might be able to blast past 400. Who knows? But we're already at 185. 300 likes is the goal. Let's see if we can get past that. We did it most weeks. We're doing it now. This is big plays from the chat. So I'd like you. Hey, subscribe while you're doing it. Why not? If you haven't already. Let's have a look. We're looking for more of these confidence levels. Hate Me Boo's hitting with a 7. Love that. 3. This much confidence does not bode well, says Nick. Do you know what? It's a fair point. It's a fair point. 4 out of 10, but takes with a grain of salt. 7, 10 million, says Celtic. 2-1, says David, coming through with his score prediction, which will, of course, be going through all of yours soon. 8, just Jake coming through with 10 to the power of lots to the power of lots. I used to be an accountant. I should be able to read that number. Cannot. This could be the most successful period in our history. Win tonight and be consistent in the next 6 weeks, and who knows? Excited, Stevie B. I mean, listen, it's all vibing right now. It's all vibing. 9 for confidence. Will win 9-0. Love that. Jordan 7, 8, 7. Hat trick for Antonio. More big plays. More big plays. Got a lot of confidence. I'm coming through with a solid 8 as well. I feel too confident. I do feel too confident, but I am here. My trustworthy friend Judas, I hope you're well. Hope you're good. And again, once more, for those asking, if you are looking for a way to watch it, it will be on the red button on the BBC in about 8 minutes at 20 minutes past. This is what the information I have. Seeing this game will be live on BT Sport. Did not know that, Sid. Fair enough. Fair enough. Athers, my boy, how are you, sir? Hope you're good. Hope you're well. Athers, of course, doing bits over there in the Discord with the prediction people. So be able to get on there. Get on there. It's in the link in the description below. Link in the description below. Get involved. Right. Now we've got an interesting bench today, okay? So I find this one's going to be more interesting than usual. Let's go to sub bingo, shall we? This is, of course, the game where we predict David Moyes will make his first substitution. The minute is what matters, but if you want to get vibey and tell me who you think it will be as well, feel free to get involved. But the bench, it's a vibey bench. I'm going to say 69 minutes as per usual, and I'm going to say we're going to be confident that the job is done. And we're going to... No, I'm not. I'm backing out on that one. It's going to be Ben Rama for Lanzini. 69 minutes, Ben Rama for Lanzini. I've changed my mind. I backed out on that. Yeah. I don't believe so. I think it's just on the BBC. I assumed so. I don't know why it would be on both. I apologize. I'm an idiot, is what I'm saying. See, I'm an idiot. BBC, ladies and gentlemen. BBC. Yeah. It will be on the BBC website in 7 minutes, 6 minutes, something like that. Let's have a gander. Let's have a gander at what people are saying when it comes to sub bingo. Also, who would you like to see? Who would you like to see come on? If you could pick one of these players below, right, to come on, and I know it's probably going to be a youth player, which player of these would you like to see the most? You know, Chester's, Ockerflex, Perkins, these are all attacking players I think most people would pick. But if you could only pick one, who would it be? Let me know. Fred's not, mate. We've Wild Wally. Also, no Fredericks. What's our time to be alive? 70th minute. Rice off for Randolph is a big play. 7 minutes later, there you go. See the people, they know Lauren's back in it. 601 is the red button. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, Lauren, because I have no clue. 601 is the channel for the red button as well. So go and have a look. 72 minutes, Antonio will come off. That, do you know what? Actually, Antonio coming off is probably a very strong shout. Carolina's agreeing. 56 minutes, Antonio off, 3-0 up, 79, 68, 3-0 on going for. Love that, Jay. Again, we'll be bringing that back in a second. Antonio coming off is actually a pretty strong shout. Let's be real about it. He's going to need a rest. So the idea of Antonio coming off, probably a good idea, isn't it? Chester's on for Rice in 85th minute probs. I mean, late subs are more than likely. Bring on Chester, says Craig. He wants to see Chester's. Athers is saying Equa. Ben saying Equa. Has to be Occo Flex, Perkins, an 8 of confidence from Russell. Lauren saying Ben Rama. Fair play. I'd love, yeah. But this could be a great game for Ben Rama, actually. Come off the bench, a weak Southampton defense. He could do big. He could do bits, especially in that Lanzini role. I think it could be perfect. Occo Flex for Antonio as well, says Richie. Occo Flex. Flex, Perkins, Alisi. Occo Flex for Antonio, a 9th minute. Occo Flex to score 6. Bloody hell, Kelt. Bloody hell. Chester's for Occo Flex. Got to be Chester's and Sonny Perkins. Occo Flex. 68 minute flashes for Antonio. Leo's back. Good to see you, Leo. Hope you're well, bro. Hope you're all good. Chester's on for Antonio at half time. I mean, it's the eternal problem of only having one striker, right? Maybe Bowen gets put up front, or maybe you just play Vlasic up front. Maybe you play Perkins up front. You know, these are options there, but none of them are out and out strikers. It's difficult. But I think the Antonio coming off, I didn't even think about that before. It's just before you've all informed me that that's the smart decision, and you were right. It is the smart decision. Multiple subs at 60 minutes when 4-0 up. Bloody hell, Stevie B. Bloody hell. I'll go for Antonio because hamstring. Please no. I'm coming off for a rest. Yes, him coming off for injuries. No. Anything other than Sonic Gandalf for penalties. Kepa. I mean, you know, it was kind of beautiful, wasn't it? In its own twisted Schadenfreude kind of way. It was kind of a lovely thing to see that I'm definitely not going to complain about at all. Would I want it to happen? No, but then again, we had Adrian in our penalty shoot and he did bits. So Chester's for me. I'd pull off Antonio. Would you really, Joel? Big plays, mate. Big plays. But also, yes. I'll flex on for Antonio. Antonio comes off but leaves his hamstring on the pitch again. It's just stress. It's just the idea is stress. To be fair, this is Moyes might have a chance to see youngsters if 3 or 4 are played, but will be Vlasic and Ben Rama. I mean, that's kind of how I'm feeling as well, Craig. To be fair, I think that's a more accurate summation of what's going to happen. I don't want it to be, but I do think that is a more accurate summation of what is actually going to be the case. Andrew, good to see you. Yeah, I'm all right, man. I'm good. I'm tired. Lots of work today. Got the Olympics coming up again at the end of the week because that never stops. Lots of stuff happening there, which is very stressful. But you know, I'm good. I hope you're well. Hope you and all your fam are good as well, sir. We've seen Chester's and Perkins. Let's have a look at Ocaflex. Good point, Sonny. Fair play. I would agree with that. 56 minutes, Benny for Lanzini. 64 minutes, Antonio for Ocaflex. 85th minutes, Mins Rice for Chester's. Love that accuracy pocket money. Big plays. I adore that kind of vibes. Dawson up front, so we can see Dawson Aldinho. Always a good time. Perkins for Antonio. 80 minutes. Perkins for Bowen. Yeah, I mean, there's the exciting thing here. Is that good to see you. Hope you're well. The exciting thing here is that we do have youth players on the bench. Now, will they come on? Doubtful. As we've said, this is David Moyes at the end of the day. He does usually again, if you're looking for the link on iPlayer, give it until 20 past. He does usually not like to bring them on. We've seen it time and time again. So hopefully we can have some sort of vibe happening to where we can see some of those youth players come on, because ultimately you're looking at them, you're saying Sonny Perkins, you're saying Equa, you're saying Aquaflex, you're saying Chesters. These are all people we hear a lot about and we would love to see make an impact in this side. And actually, given the formation we're playing, it might be a really good opportunity to bring on some of those youth players. You know, if you're saying taking off, say, Bowen or Antonio for Perkins or Ocoflex or Chest or something, they could have a lot of freedom to go and just try and do something, you know, because they're going to have the defensive structure behind them of the double pivot of Rice and Souček, as well as 5 at the back. I know Fornals is playing left wing back, so it's not like playing a traditional, more defensive kind of guy, but still, that's a lot of people back where you don't have to worry so much about the defensive side of your game. It could be a golden opportunity for one of these youth players to get a chance. I think it could be a beautiful thing. I think it could be a beautiful thing. But we'll see. Chuck, good to see you, sir. I hope you're well. Looks a strong team tonight. It does. It very much does. Wally, leave it out. I see you. Allow me. Allow me. Yeah. Luton have gone 1-0 up, ladies and gentlemen, in case you're interested in that. 2 minutes into the game, they have scored from a corner. Mad. Mad. Beautiful. But mad. would never have thought it happened, and yet here we are. Here we are. Luton 1, Chelsea 0. With all the stuff going on with Chelsea today, kind of wild. Kind of wild. I tried to see the goal. It's the BBC things crashing. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Chelsea are losing. They are losing. You just mad. Oh my God, it's Reece Burke who scored. Shout out Reece Burke. He's one of our own. He's one of our own. It's Reece Burke. He's one of our own. What a boy. Didn't even realize it was him. Thought I recognized the guy going for the header. Love that. Love that. More fashionable James Milner. And listen, I do be loving me some James Milner. I do be loving me some James Milner. Can't act like I don't. What a day Chelsea are having. What a day Chelsea are having. While I'm here, I should also say thank you very much, of course, to Chris and to James over at E20 Zone. If you haven't subscribed, make sure to. Thank you very much for your donations. Much appreciated to go into the full-time fund. But of course, if you can't do that, which we do not expect anyone to, and it's incredibly kind whenever you do, make sure to head over to the channel, subscribe. Sorry, I just clicked on it. The iPlayer stream is now working, by the way, everyone. Make sure to go on over, like the video, subscribe in case you don't want to miss anything that's coming up. You know what I mean? I'm trying to claw back this because I've been losing my voice. So I'm just going to claw it back. Here it comes, here it comes, here it comes. Make sure to subscribe, hit the bell notification so you don't miss up on any upcoming streams or videos. We've got tons of stuff, as we always do. Stuff kicking off left, right, and center. And we need you to be involved, especially here, because I do these by myself. I don't have anyone else next to me like all the other watch-alongs. So I do it with you, basically. So without you, it is nothing. So I really need you to subscribe. Get involved. And hey, well, yeah, like I said, like the video, 300 is the goal, and we are already at 227 likes, ladies and gentlemen. 300 feels plausible. 300 feels plausible. So once more, again, I should say, if you are wanting to watch the match, it is live over on the red button. It is on the BBC website. It is all kicking off over there. Ralph Hasenhüttl is currently being interviewed. Does keep cutting in and out, which is a thing that we're probably going to have to deal with. But, you know, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Could just be my internet, to be fair. Still. What a time to be alive. There we go. Good evening. Oh, my boy, Lucas, how are you, sir? Deploy the boys and all that. How are we feeling? How are we vibing? Ladies and gentlemen, how's everyone vibing? We are just over 6 minutes away from kickoff. Let's get some score predictions, shall we? Let's get some vibey score predictions. Why not? A strong side for West Ham. Southampton, obviously in good form, but have rotated heavily for tonight's match. Be interested to see what you all think. Also, it is our Reece Burke. Amazingly, that is our Reece Burke who has just scored against I mean, against Chelsea, what a time to be alive. He's doing bits. Luton have a lot. I don't know if you've ever looked at Luton's team, by the way. Luton have a lot of ex-West Ham players. It's quite funny to me. You go and have a look at their side. There's just a lot of ex-West Ham boys about, you know? I can't remember going through it, but I think Moncur's there. I think Danny Potts is there. I think, who else is there? There's a whole bunch of them. There's a whole bunch of them. Deploy the boys. Craigie and Rice, let's go. Big plays. Big plays. Why is Southampton going with a weaker side? I don't know. They're obviously doing well in the league to where they don't need to be worried about relegation. So I'm a bit shocked that they've gone so weak, but they have, and I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. Look, they will know their job. They'll know what they need to do, but it is a much weaker side. I mean, as Geo said, there's only one centre-back in that team. You know, Stevens is the only one. Valerie is a right-back. In fact, there's three right-backs. Centre-back. It's kind of wild. It's kind of wild. No worries, Henry. Of course, everyone, if you haven't already, make sure to join the Patreon. Make sure to join Patreon. Patreon.com/HammerChat. Why not? Loads of extra stuff, loads of extra content over there, including my show, Two Spanners, One Hammer, which I host with Ray. When we have you on as a guest, we have a Patreon on every single week. So make sure to come and join us over there and get involved. And I'd love to have you on the show. Patreon.com/HammerChat. And also, Discord in the link in the description below. It's the thing I meant to say. Get involved. Like I said, score prediction, links to games if you can't find them, but definitely go and get involved. We're going to be building a little cheeky ting over there, ladies and gentlemen. All thanks to Henry, who's actually a smart one here, and Ben F16, who's also the smart one. Basically, I'm saying, not me. Had a banging idea. Greg sauce wrong microwave 30 seconds with cheese on it. Jesus. Are you allowed to reheat them? I guess if they're still warm and it's not reheating, right? I don't know how that works. It's probably why I am ill all the time. But at the same time, huge from Deckers there. Disgracefully large mover. Don't know how to deal with that. Would be big. Just thinking about it now. I'm just deepsing it. Let's have a look at some of these score predictions. Phil Jones is here. 1-1 West Ham with win 5-4 on penalties. You've just signed Snodgrass. What Luton have? More West Ham boys. Telling you, man. Luton is just West Ham guys. Teams are about to come out, by the way. We're seeing Tunnel Cam now, if you're not watching. Bowen Antonio Fornals with the goals. Love that, says Stephen. Going for a strong 3-1, of course. The Broomfields are saying 3-0. Unfortunately, can't get FA Cup games here in Canada. And BBC is geo-blocked. VPN, or alternatively, of course, I would recommend you have a little cheeky look in places where there may or may not be access to ways to watch the game. And hopefully people there to help you out. What else are we saying? Let's have a gander. West Ham to mess it up in the 50th minute. David, why you do this to me? All the vibes, 1-0, big Dawson bang on set piece. Let's go, Andrew. Let's go. Yes. 3-1 West Ham. Antonio to get 2. 3-1 says Stephen. We'll talk about that once more. 3-1 says GS. Love that. Lee's Potts, Moncur, Burke. There you go. Elliot Lee's the other one who's there. Thank you very much, Jordan. There we go. For some reason in my head it was Bonds and Gala, but it's because he used to play for Barnet when I went to see him, but my brain is just 2-4 says V Collins. Love that. Big dub. 5-0. Bryce, Bowen, Antonio hat tricks. Oz is deep dived into the 9-0 territory. And you know what? You have to respect it. Is the West Ham game live on the BBC yet? Yes, it is. Joshua, it is, of course, live on the red button. It's live on iPlayer. It's live on the BBC Sport website. Have a gander. And it's no longer crashing for me as well. It's now started to play consistently. So I can actually see stuff going on. I will, of course, have a timer going. So you know exactly how far behind you I am, which will be some amount of time. Greg saying 2-1 Antonio Lanzini. I would be very happy. I've said that way too soon because right as I said that, it's crashed. But still, 2-1 Antonio Lanzini. Let me know if it's happening for you as well, not just me. 243 likes before kickoff. Bloody hell, we already at 244. Flipping heck. You can. That's a great shout, Rich. Rich has just changed it's just blown my mind now. It's just blown my mind. Mitch is saying something I've been saying for a while. I'd like to see Vlasic come up on front for Antonio if we're comfortable. He's played there under for Moscow. I would love to see him up front with Antonio or with someone else. I think that could be a really nice thing. If he was in the role of especially Bowen in this formation, I think that would really work for him. I'd be really excited to see that. Maybe not up front by himself, but sort of together. That would be really nice, I think. Give him a bit of backup. I would be hyped for that. I play so good. 20-0 to us as Leo. Love that kind of confidence, Leo. Big. 3-0 to Lanzini, hat-trick, all assisted by Dawson. Yes. Too many dodgy pop-ups on the stream and can't use VPN might work. Okay, fair. I will try to inform you as well as I can. The Broomfields, I'll give it my best shot. Ladies and gentlemen, we are just over a minute away from kickoff. I will, of course, have the timer up so you know exactly how far behind you I am, because I will be inevitably slightly behind you because of the way technology works. That's just life. I apologize. But remember, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, because we do big bits. We put videos up all of the time. Most of the time, we're doing one a day on this channel, on a forum channel. If you include both, we're doing 2 a day. If you include the flipping Patreon, sometimes we do 3 a day, sometimes we're doing 4. We do that much. So make sure to subscribe, hit the bell notification so you don't miss any future streams, any future watch-alongs, because I do these by myself. And so I need you because I do them with you. Like the video if you haven't already. 300 was the goal, but we are already at 247. So all of a sudden, 300 doesn't even seem a pipe dream right now. Doesn't even seem a pipe dream right now. Seems like it could be a big thing. And of course, check out the description for the link to Patreon, patreon.com/Hammers Chat. That's where we do loads of extra stuff over there. Beginning of the month is the best time to do it. More bang for your buck because you get charged when you join and at the beginning of the month. So the earlier you do it, the better it is for you. So make sure to do that. And once more, if you are looking for a link for the game because you can't watch it on the BBC or any other reason, there is a thing down in the description for you to go and have a look at. Of course, get over the predictions as well in there. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. St. Mary's Stadium, West Ham United to kick off, shooting from left to right in the all navy blue kit against Southampton in the FA Cup. Somehow that disappeared. Don't know why, but it did. We move. They take the knee. They get back up. Lanzini kicks off. Deploy the boys. Come on, you Lions. Come on. I'm vibing today. I'm hyped. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Here's the yeah. He's here to protect. He'll probably get moved again soon-ish. But for now, that's sort of where he's going to live for now, you know? Just to, like I said, just to protect. No one puts DeVito in the corner. Listen, he's not in the corner. He's behind the drawers. Again, that will probably change quite soon. But for now, at least, it's good. Nice to stretch, actually. It just feels good to stretch, you know what I mean? Come on. Oh, Areola getting pressurized early doors. He was on the ball there. Gineppo, thankfully, doesn't know how to connect with it. An awful shot ends up in West Ham regaining possession. But a little bit of early pressing there from Southampton. A great ball over the top for Jarrod Bowen. All of a sudden, who could be through? He's one-on-one with Caballero. Great tackle from Jack Stevens. A brilliant last-ditch challenge from Jack Stevens there. Ball pinged over the top from the defense. Who was that? It's Pablo Fornals. Why am I shocked? An unreal ball right over the top, perfectly into the path of Jarrod Bowen, who up against Jack Stevens does well to get the initial control, but just that Stevens, who had the head start on him, just manages to get his lanky body in and around. And it's a great tackle, last-ditch challenge there. Bowen was through one-on-one. He will take the corner now from the right-hand side. All of West Ham's big boys there. As per usual, we ping it into the front post. I don't know why I'm talking about it, because let's be real, nothing's ever going to happen with any of our corners ever again. Oh, Craig Dawson. Craig Dawson doing bits there, just holding up the ball. Pero just pressurizing him. He's holding it up. He's just so big. He's just so big. He is. He's so good at passing, man. He's so good at passing, bro. Just perfect. It's one of the other benefits to put me at left wing back, to be fair, is that he's going to be able to come in onto that right foot in a deep position and start really dictating play. I think that's a really unsuspecting benefit of having him so deep. There we go. Here we go. Also, store description below. My guy designed this one, Our Future Legacy. Master and the Apprentice. Drawing was done by someone I've forgotten again. I always forget every stream. I apologize. If it was you, you've done a bang up job. Was it West Ham? I'm not going to say anything because I don't remember. But in the store, check it out. Why not, ladies and gentlemen? Why not? He's there. He's everywhere. Craig Dawson. Let's go. Good to see you, sir. How are you, Alex? I hope you're well. Hope you're good. Missed a fairly hot start from West Ham if you haven't seen the match itself. Fairly hot start. West Ham putting in the effort. Looking similarly to line-up-wise as to how we did against Wolves. A couple of changes in personnel, but vibe-wise, at least, very similar. Vibe-wise, at least, very similar. Be interested to see how Diop plays in that sort of left centre-back position. It's kind of molds into a left-back position around Cresswell on the attack. He tends to get very far forward. So I'll be interested to see if on the attack we see him venture forth at all. That was a good turn by Adam Armstrong, to be fair. Southampton getting into a good position down this left-hand side. Gineppo puts it in, looking for his strong foot. Can't. His ball across to Kyle Walker-Peters was not very good. And it goes out for a West Ham throw. Yes! My G. Peach, I hope you're good. West Ham Random as a cloth. Peach, if you haven't already subscribed, the hardest working man in West Ham YouTube, Peach, is here. Good to see you, bro. I hope you're well. I have not seen Ted Lasso. I've been told many times to watch it. Haven't watched it. I'm very much a failure in that sense. He's incredibly good, isn't he? The bookies. He's incredibly good. I would die. Not die, but I would love to have someone who's as good on dead balls as he is. I mean, in general, he's brilliant. But yeah, Souček spreading the ball out nicely. Big left diag there. Into Fornals. Lanzini drops deep. Tries to find Fornals again. But Rice decides to pick it up instead. Lays it short to Diop. So far, it seems to be Diop and Diop staying roughly in line with Craig Dawson as the two centre-backs who maybe push forward a little bit further than Kurt Zouma, who tends to stay a little bit deep. But then again, when they're defending and they all drop back into a line, you can get someone coming and pressing out far, and it does tend to be Kurt Zouma, mainly just because he's very good at it. This back three, of course, could also help Diop. He's never been great in a back three in general, don't get me wrong, but if we're allowing players to come out and sort of more aggressively attack the ball, try to winning it back, that's something Diop has always done. He's always been that guy who steps out of the defensive line to try and take it to players. And when you're in a back two, that can be a bit dangerous at times. If you don't have someone smart like Balbuena next to you who can just cover, and that partnership really works. It could work in this scenario. Let me see them diags, bro. Let me see them diags. Get them going. Big diags, left, right. You know what I mean? I was going to say center. It can't be center. It's a diag. It has to go from there to there. It can't go, I guess that's kind of diagonal, but you understand what I mean. Let me see them. Bust them out. Show me your repping, bruv. Show me your repping. Any bets on what a minute during the 60th and 70th, which Southampton player will sit on their bum to activate the Southampton refreshment ritual? I'm going to say Diallo. I'm going to say Diallo. Pardon me twice. My stomach is just kicking off a storm right now. Lena, wait out time. Throw into Southampton about halfway up the pitch. So far, so good from West Ham. That's not to say Southampton haven't had moments. But they have only been one or two moments. So far, 7 minutes into the game, it's definitely been a West Ham thing. Pero now charging forward. Gineppo picks it up out on that far left-hand side. Playing it around between himself, Pero and Diallo. Who will try to whip it in. Craig Dawson easily chests it down. Johnson hooks it, maybe unconvincingly, but West Ham have got away with that. Lanzini tried to ping it onto Declan Rice. It does come into the path of Southampton, who bounces off Declan Rice, and now West Ham are charging forward. Pablo Fornals trying to just bend it into the path of Antonio. I don't know if it was to Antonio. I don't know if it was to Bowen there. I'm not quite sure, but it was a nice opportunity. Pablo Fornals trying a little something. Just doesn't quite work out. West Ham are massive, even in Ted Lasso. Good to see you, Mulch Mike. And by the way, Mulch is the person who did this incredible animation. So make sure to go and subscribe to Mulch Mike's YouTube channel, Mulch Mike 128, for some excellent Rocket League content. How are you, bro? Hope you're good. Massive everywhere we go, mate. Doesn't matter what media you're talking about. We are big. Okay? All right, everyone? We're big. Okay. Tell you what, Fornals is doing bits in that rocket. I think he is. He's doing very well. I thought we did a really good game against Wolves, and so far, so good again. I would, if someone had said to me, put Fornals at left wing back, I would have understood where they were coming from and why, but I wouldn't have backed it. I would have been like, I'm not sure. But I'll be real. He's doing absolute bits. He's proving me wrong in many senses. But again, I wouldn't have said yes in the first place, but it's happening. Deckers, I refuse to acknowledge that man's existence, but I'm sorry. Here we go. West Ham, again, in a very good position. Nice 1-2 between Pablo Fornals and Lanzini. Almost getting through. Lanzini hits it, can't quite. It lands to Thomas Soucek, who tries to slot it in and can't quite find the net. It's a miss. It's a big miss. It's a great opportunity for West Ham there, out of nowhere. I say out of nowhere. Lanzini, Fornals connecting up well. Antonio getting involved with the play as well, coming deep. Lanzini with a nice 1-2 into the path of Fornals, who can't quite do anything, but it ends up wobbling its way across the box to Thomas Soucek, who just by the penalty spot tries to slot it home, can't quite get it on target. Not great finishing, but still, we are knocking on the door. Another great opportunity through to Jarrod Bowen. Is going to hit it early. Blocked by Jack Stevens. It's a throw in for West Ham. We are not knocking on the door. Hello, are you in? We're moving. Big plays right now from West Ham. Starting strong. I tell you what, this formation is just working for us right now. Just really working for us. The individuals within it. It allows Lanzini to sort of drop deep quite freely and get involved with play like he wants to in a 4-2-3-1. You're making the most out of Jarrod Bowen sort of as an auxiliary second striker with Mikel Antonio. The defending isn't bad. It allows us to press further up the line. There's a lot to like about this formation. The way West Ham playing. Very happy. Even if that miss was a bit of a wild one. El Fornicator doing his bits. He knows the job, mate. He knows the role, and he's doing it. We are looking better. We're very much looking better. Total football. We are like the Dutch. You love to see it. Aria and Zuma teaming up well just to stop any potential opportunity there. What man Lanzini is. I mean, the rumors at the moment, I don't know if they're true. I saw it on Twitter about this idea that potentially Sam Johnstone going to Manchester United. I'm not gonna lie, kind of happy about that. Kind of don't want it to be the case that we sign him. I would quite like him to go to Manchester United because I think we should keep Areola. Now, unfortunately, I don't think it makes it any more likely to keep Areola, even as much as I wish. Well kept in there by Pablo Fornals, by the way. It's difficult to do, and he's done it. But we'll see. We'll see how that plays out. Yes, so can I, Wally. They are very loud today. I think it's almost an entire stand is the away end at Southampton, so it's good stuff. Well, shoot on goal and call me Soucek. Hello, madman. How are you? I hope you're good. I hope you're well. He didn't. Well, he did, I guess. It just wasn't very accurate, but still, we move. Darren is on live on the BBC, on iPlayer, on the red button, and also if you can't find it there are places you can find it. Have a gander. So far, the back three, not challenged too much, but certainly not having bad performances. It's not been a case of them looking shaky or anything, but they've not been put under too much pressure. But so far, Dawson, Zouma, Diop looking all right. Southampton forced all the way back to Willy Caballero. West Ham just going man for man on the mark here. Mikel Antonio initiates the press. To be fair, it's worked out from Willy Caballero and Southampton there. Ball forward looked dodgy, but they've managed to come away with the ball. They've gone from having control of it inside their own area to control just in front of the halfway line in West Ham's half. Nice one-touch passing there from Southampton as they try to wake their way into the box as Walker-Peters with the ball, trying to cross it, blocked very easily by Declan Rice, but a secondary cross blocked once again by Souček. A double block, you love to see it. Gineppo lays it short. Smallbone went for it, couldn't quite find it. Lanzini plays it quickly out. West Ham trying to counter-attack it, doesn't quite work, and Zouma just ends up having to just clear it. And to be fair, Antonio does well to keep it in. There was no point, but it did well to do it at least. And a good opportunity there from Southampton, working their way into the box nicely, getting a potential little opportunity. Hasn't come to anything, but the first signs of Southampton looking more dangerous. They've had one or two opportunities beforehand, nothing concrete, nothing deep, but certainly a little bit more in control of this now. West Ham's front three still sort of shadowing specific Southampton players, just making the passing angles for Willy Caballero nowhere near as efficient. It's good. It's not high intensity at all, but it's good. It's nice work. Gineppo trying to play it forward, but big Zouma getting in the way. No worries, Darren. Hope helps. Cold at Aberdeen with work, bro. As someone, look, I've never been. I've got part of family from there who will tell you it's cold. Also, I've spoken to Geo for many years. No. You're good. Gineppo trying to work his way in, blocked by Ben Johnson. It's a yellow. It's not a yellow card, but it's a handball from Gineppo there. He was turning, he was ducking, he was diving, he was trying to find his way into the box. Hits the cross after a couple of step overs, and it just bounces straight off Johnson and into his hands. To be honest with you, I think it's a bit harsh, but life goes on. Chelsea just scored 1-1. Well, we can't have everything. It was fun while it lasted. Do keep me updated on that because I obviously can't see it. But I would be intrigued to see what happens there. Probably very difficult, Wally. Probably very difficult. Souček lays it out wide to Zouma. Diop. West Ham trying to work it around the back. Fornals, that's a nice ball through to Mikel Antonio. Jarrod Bowen's there. Good tackle from Jack Stevens. Jack Stevens is having to work overtime at centre-back right now. He is the only centre-back in this back line. And you can see every single time it happens, he's in and making a problem. It's always Jack Stevens who's the one who's mopping up. Does really well there. Antonio managed to find his way through. It looked like he was offside for a second, but he does manage to wake his way through. And to be honest, he should have done better with that. But Jack Stevens recovers well. Corner of West Ham, Pablo Fornals to take it out on the left-hand side. He puts it in. Oh, that's better. Claude, Zouma almost there. Couldn't quite get there. Caballero gets a touch on it. Claws it out of the sky. But much better corner there. But Southampton now on the counter-attack. It's Adam Armstrong down the left-hand side. He's got runners in the middle. He decides to take it inwards himself, plays it out on the overlap to Smallbone out on this left-hand side. Ward-Prowse back to Smallbone. The attack slowed down a bit, but it's still got numbers forward here, Southampton. Smallbone puts it into a corridor of uncertainty, but Diop does well to read and clear that one away. Free kick to West Ham, just outside our own area there against Diallo. A bit harsh, I'm not going to lie about it. A bit harsh, but Lanzini's still down off the challenge. Blue Passport Beckenbauer goal incoming. You love to see it. You know what I mean? Straight off the dome. Or a pile driver like Winston Reid against Millwall. You know what I mean? Seeing that corner there, it was a better corner than the first one from Pablo Fornals. Puts it into a very difficult area. It's still a bit too front post for my liking, but the the dip on it and the swerve makes it a lot more difficult to read, and it's inside the 6-yard box. It would have taken maybe just a touch from a West Ham player and potentially goes in, but Caballero gets up high and well for it. Oh, nice play from West Ham. SOUWHU manages to find Lanzini. Antonio takes over the ball, tries to loft it into the box. Jarrod Bowen's there, gets his head on it, just over. Good opportunity from West Ham. Good opportunity, some nice play. I tell you what, pulling the strings now, West Ham, really starting to do well. Little triangle, one-touch passing in and around the left-hand side of the pitch, just inside the half. SOUWHU lays it into the path of Antonio, who takes on his man at left back. I'm not sure who it was. Plays it into the box, and Bowen gets up in the air, rises well, hangs up well as well. Bit underneath it, goes up and over. Difficult. Craig saying Bowen should have scored that. Bowen needs to score that. Kind of. I mean, I wouldn't say this is a glaring miss as the SOUWHU one. Wouldn't say this is glaring miss as the SOUWHU one. He couldn't be in the perfect position because the centre back reads it quite well, but he gets up well and he's a little bit underneath it. It's difficult. Maybe a good chance though. A good chance certainly. Are Antonio and Bowen playing up front in the front two like the last game? Yes. Yeah. So it's the exact same formation. One of the Southampton players is down. So we're going to have a little period of break here. So yeah, it's exactly the same formation we were playing last time. So we have a back 5/3, however you want to see it. The centre backs are from right to left, Dawson, Zouma, and then Diop. Pablo Fornals is playing left wing back. Ben Johnson is playing right wing back. The three up front is exactly the same as it was. You have Antonio in the central role, Bowen on the right, Lanzini on the left. Lanzini tends to drop deeper, gets involved in play a lot deeper, links up with Rice, SOUWHU, sometimes even going deeper than them, getting involved with the centre backs, and Pablo Fornals really nicely out on that left-hand side, leaving Antonio and Bowen up front, sort of together, floating, pulling strings in different ways, you know, both being able to play out wide. It feels a lot like that front two to me. Reminds me and is similar to the way we had Sacco and Valencia up front together in Big Sam's last season, where we had the diamond formation in the middle and they were the two at the top. Because what was really nice about that, and the thing I really liked about that, is they had the ability to pull wide to link up with the marauding fullbacks in that system and stuff. But when they went wide, the other one stayed central. So you'd have Sacco would go wide and Valencia would stay central. And then when you'd have Valencia go wide, Sacco would stay central. And it's similar here. Antonio goes wide, but Bowen stays central. Antonio's creating opportunities somehow more centrally than he usually does. Even though he is drifting wide, he's not drifting wide in the same sort of pointless manner. There's a lot more support around him from that. Bowen stays central. Equally, Bowen can go out wide on the right-hand side. We've not seen it too much yet in this game, but Bowen can go wide on the right-hand side, and then Antonio will stay central. I really like his formation so far. I think it's good. I think it's got his vibey. It's got all the things I like. It's allowing SOUWHU to do his thing. There's a lot to like about this side right now. And West Ham are the better side out of the two. As Lauren says here, we're knocking up the door. We're knocking, blood. What? Who's answering? Who's answering? So far, Jack Stevens specifically. The corridor of uncertainty, indeed. Yes. Yes. On his left, good shout. Didn't even think about that. It was on his left foot, to be fair. Pinging it in. Big plays. Just find out. Listen. So, boy, go and get the ass. Listen, and Jack Stevens, the guy who did the world's strongest slam on in the last game, Jack Stevens is centre back today. I'm just saying he could do it again. He could do it again. Beat him up, break his neck, break his neck. What a theme song, by the way. Dong, dong. Sorry, I'm just thinking about Mark Henry now. We don't even want them to make subs, you know. Their bench is stronger than the lab. It's a good point. It's a very good point, Mr. Ibase. They are definitely there. Fornals over the top to Ben Johnson, who's maybe a bit of a nosebleed that far forward, but he takes it. Oh, it was close from Ben Johnson. Big ball over the top once more by Pablo Fornals, the fornicator, just doing bits. He collects the ball in a fairly central area, but that pass is just unreal. Into the path of Ben Johnson, who was flying forward. He's 1v1 up against, I think it's, I'm not sure it's maybe Perot. I'm not sure who it was, but manages to just marshal him. He tries to cut in on his left foot to have a shot, but it's good defending by Gineppo in the end to stop that one. But very good stuff from Pablo Fornals, and Ben Johnson making an interesting run forward there. You know, onto his weak foot. He's done it before. There we go. Yes. Barcelona, we are coming for you. West Ham are massive everywhere you go, blasting out from the away end right now. His passing, bro, is so disgustingly good. I know on the tier video we did the other day, I was a bit over enthusiastic about him, let's say. But, bro, he is such a good passer, man. It's disgusting. His vision, man, he's so smart. His vision is wild. I'm trying. Thank you. Appreciate it. It's Willy Caballero, 40. I didn't think he'd be 40 yet. I don't know why. I mean, it makes sense. He's been around for a hot minute. And I'm sure when he signed in the Premier League the first time around, he was in his mid-30s at least, or late 30s, early 30s. But my God, 40. Fun fact, he's been bought since he was about 12 as well. Mad. Anyway, Southampton attacking through the middle here, working their way out to the left-hand side. Gineppo is there, the number 15, who I need to learn who that is. Maybe Smallbone, who knows? Gineppo. It's Perot. It is Perot. He tries to wobble his way forward, but Ben Johnson just shepherds him out. Shepherds him out of play. Good work by Ben Johnson there. Southampton trying to work their way down the left-hand side. Little nice passing triangles, trying to open up a bit of space, but Ben Johnson, again, one of the benefits of having wing-backs as opposed to just a traditional fullback is they can be a bit wider and still without letting any centre-back space exist. And he's able to just come across there and just force Perot out of play. You love to see it. You love to see it. Another one of those phrases I blap out too often, apart from you love to see it, which I definitely do, is wobbles his way into the box. Wobbles his way forward. I don't know why. It's because it's mainly because I'm talking about Antonio and he does wobble his way forward. But Perot there was not wobbling his way forward. And, I just maybe just a bit disrespectful. Free kick to Southampton on the halfway line up against Lanzini. Carl Walker-Peters. One or two little clashes there from West Ham and Southampton in the build up to that. Zuma does really well to intercept that one, charging forward. Does really well there, Kurt Zuma. West Ham just slowly pressurizing again, just reducing the space, reducing the passing options, forcing Southampton all the way back from their free kick to Willy Caballero, forces him long, and Zuma comes flying out, gets the interception. Good work. It was a nice opportunity for West Ham to maybe work the ball forward, but now we've been the ones to be forced back. Now it is us who has been forced back. Soucek getting pressured by two separate Southampton players there, and it's worked for them. It's Gineppo and Ward-Prowse who do it. Ward-Prowse plays the ball across to not sure who, but Rice with a foul on whoever it was. Smallbone. Bigger guy than I expected for a name like Smallbone. He's number 20, if you're interested. Declan Rice tried to come in behind. It just didn't happen. But, we moved scenes. Come on, Luton. Let's go. Good to see Bell Carr, by the way. Come on, Luton. Let's go. Who scored? Is it another ex-West Ham player? If so, we'll claim it. Armstrong close there. Could you? I don't know what I'm doing either. I'm really sorry. I have no idea what I'm doing either. Smallbone finds space just outside the area, plays it into Adam Armstrong. Well, just a little bit lent back. Ball bounces up right in front of him. He hits it as well and truly over from Adam Armstrong, but not a bad opportunity for Southampton, who aren't completely dead and buried out this game. Don't get me wrong. West Ham are the aggressors, are the better side so far, but Southampton are certainly creating some opportunities. Ward-Prowse trying to get forward here. Can't. It's a good tackle by Thomas Souček, and Antonio comes away with the ball. Antonio takes on Perot, who just tries to push him and can't. Played in. Oh, Souček was there. It was Bowen even. It was Bowen. Oh, and Antonio picks up the ball again. Mikel Antonio back, trying to just find anyone. Souček hook. It was just... it just wasn't quite there. Antonio does really well there. Souček with the initial tackle, there was a moment where it looked like it could be a foul, but Antonio comes away with the ball and the referee waves play on. Perot literally just tries to shove him off the ball. Antonio, as if he doesn't exist, comes past, puts the ball into the box, can't quite get on the end of it. Wins the ball back a second time as Mikel Antonio when Southampton are at 6s and 7s, pulls it back in just a slightly too awkward a position for Souček to hit it, who tries to take a swing at it with his weak foot anyway, and it dribbles into Willy Caballero's hand. But again, West Ham, we're causing Southampton troubles here. We're causing them troubles. And yet again, we've picked up the ball again from another mistake. Antonio, Bowen, Souček's next to him. Souček pulls it across. Lanzini, no, someone. Oh, Caballero collects it again. Flipping heck! In the space of about 2 minutes, Southampton are giving the ball away to Mikel Antonio both times. A little bit more incision in that final box, and maybe an opportunity. Good interception from Declan Rice. It's a terrible pass, but he's done really well there. Bowen, a little bit difficult for West Ham to get forward there, but I'm telling you, it's happening. It's happening. Having said that, Southampton are coming forward here. James Ward-Prowse, Gineppo, Armstrong, pardon me twice. Perot, Gineppo. Southampton just slowly but surely getting forced backwards. Again, that's just reducing of options, just nice pressing, shadowing the passing lanes, just stopping it from being worked forward in any sort of significant way. Perot, Smallbone, Walker-Peters, they're getting further forward here, slowly but surely, are Southampton. Passing it around left and right, going back and forth, but slowly but surely gaining the yards. Now they're just outside West Ham's half. Smallbone with a really nice ball cross to Armstrong, who tries to play it in, but Zuma with the block. Walker-Peters back out. James Ward-Prowse. Walker-Peters. Space out there for Perot. Picks up. Hits it. Oh. It's 1-0 to Southampton. And my God, what a strike from Perot. What an absolute belter. Flipping heck. As Soam says, that's what you get for not taking chances. It very much is, to be fair. My giddy aunt, what a hit from Perot. Worked their way forward, Southampton, slowly but surely. West Ham were cutting down the passing angles pretty nicely. There was no chance of them really doing anything, Southampton. He just controls it on the edge of the area, Perot, in lots of space, because West Ham was sitting quite deep. No one even close to him. But my God, what an absolute pile driver from Perot. Picks it up, lays it onto his strong left foot, and just hits an absolute pile driver into that top right-hand corner, top left-hand corner for Areola. Brilliant stuff. Maybe savable. There's an argument to be said that it could be savable, but to be fair, you've got to respect it. It goes Southampton 1, West Ham United 0. West Ham have been the better team. Southampton, not like they haven't had chances, but West Ham have been the better team. But it felt like Southampton weren't really in any danger of scoring too much. They were getting forward. They were finding opportunities in space, but it wasn't anything definitive by any stretch of the imagination. And Perot has taken that mantle, put it onto his strong foot, and just went, right, pick this one out. And my God, in the onion basket it goes. Southampton 1, West Ham United 0. Jesus. Ian, I don't want to say awful goalkeeping, but certainly it could have been better. It could have been better. Like I say, I don't want to say awful because I don't think it was awful, but I'd have to see the replay again. But I do feel like potentially he could have saved that one. I do feel like he could have potentially saved that one. Still. My God. Pings into the box. Antonio nods it down, looking for Lanzini. Can't quite find it. Come on, we can do this. It feels crap. As ORC says there, it feels crap, but man, it's slowly working our way there. We've had better opportunities. Just before they scored, we have 2 golden ones. It felt like we were knocking on the door. It felt like we were coming for them. It felt like we were on the verge of something here. And I still believe. Sucks, but I still believe. I don't even need to watch it. Yeah, I know. It's quite obvious when he's on the ball, isn't it? Not surprising, but there we go. Dawson, nice tackle there. Coming out early and bold. Again, that stepping out from the back line. One of the centre-backs just coming forward and putting pressure on Southampton earlier than you would expect them to while the other 2 cover. And it was good work from Dawson there who does that. West Ham come away with the ball because of it. He's asking for options. There's no real passing options. And Thomas Soucek has forced into an awkward pass forward. There was no options there from Craig Dawson. Although Caballero with a bit of an awkward pass, and West Ham continue to press, make it awkward for them. Make it awkward, make it difficult. There you go. Win a throw in. Good work. We can do this. Southampton, a little bit of pressure there, and all of a sudden we have a throw in a very promising deep position. Bowen could have easily rested and come on as a sub for Vlasic. I'd agree with you. I'm glad we've gone for it, but I do agree with you. I don't think that was Soucek's fault, Fred. Like Ben Johnson was maybe about to be giving him an option, but there were just no options. He was the only person even close to Dawson who he could have passed to, and he ends up giving it away. It is what it is. Frustrating, but there we go. We move. 3-1, I'm telling you. Listen, I'll take it. Knocked away by Kurt Zumas. Johnson into the path for Soucek, finds it back to Declan Rice. Pablo Fornals is in all types of space out on the left-hand side. Probably should have found him there, but again, Declan Rice goes a bit safe. I mean, we've got the ball, but it's a bit safe. And then Dawson ends up forcing it all the way back to Areola. A bit frustrating there. There was a really nice opportunity out on the left-hand side where we could have pinged it to Pablo Fornals. Fairly easy pass, and we just don't make it happen. Diop now finds Pablo Fornals in a significantly worse position than he was in, but he just hits a beautiful crossfield pass to Ben Johnson, who controls it really nicely and then hits it. Maybe a bit of a wasted opportunity potentially there from West Ham, but Ben Johnson takes a shot from range first time. The control was really nice. The ball from Pablo Fornals was beautiful. Controls was really nice by Ben Johnson. Shapes it onto his stronger foot. It was an awkward position. It would have been spectacular if it went in, let's say. Probably a bit of a wasted opportunity taking a shot from there. But listen, it is what it is. We're finding the space. We're moving forward. Just under 10 minutes plus stoppage time to go in this first half. And I'm happy with the performance, if not the result so far. Sorry, Johnson, look up. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Still. Southampton with the ball inside our half. We're sitting relatively deep right now, but we've shown consistently that they're not some pressure, and they do tend to crumble and just go back and back and back. And we need to be capitalizing that on maybe a little bit more. Nice play there by Perot, looking forward for Shane Long. Him and Dawson battling. Shane Long comes away with the ball. That's a nice ball cross. That's Diallo. Oh, trying to find Gineppo. Can't quite find him. And Lanzini comes away with the ball. Has to go safe to Dawson, who hits a beautiful crossfield pass. Just a little bit behind Pablo Fornals. The idea was nice, though. The idea was nice. Luton beating Chelsea 2-1. I know. It's just wild. And I'm here for it. I am here for it. Again, there you see it. Just a little bit of pressure, and all of a sudden, Southampton get forced all the way back to Willy Caballero. That ball forward from him was much better. And he almost got forward there, Southampton, but don't quite do it. Rice plays it out to Pablo Fornals. Souček in the middle, collects it. Back to Pablo Fornals into Rice. He's got a lot of space ahead of him. Maybe just run into it. So I take cross ball instead. It's a nice crossfield pass. And again, a nice control from Ben Johnson. Lays it down to Jared Bowen, and we're forced back again. A little bit more invention maybe, and we could have got in at them there, but it doesn't quite work out. We still have possession of the ball. Ben Johnson and Dawson playing it around at the sort of left wing position. Jared Bowen passing to him was a bit dangerous and difficult, a heavy touch, and Southampton come away with the ball, though they've been pressurised here by Jared Bowen and Stevens, just forced to punt it clear straight to Diop on the halfway line, who controls it down. Nice pass to Pablo Fornals. But it's good pressure from Small Bone himself. Takes the ball away from him. Diop, Zuma, awkward, but we come away with it. Plays it out to Johnson. Again, just a little bit more risk, a little bit more invention, and we could maybe get in here a lot more consistently than we do. We're very safe with our passing a lot of the time. Pablo Fornals is really only the guy who's gonna pull off a risky pass so far today. Most of the time, it's very safe from us, and that's okay. That's not the end of the world, you know. Look, the fact we're still creating opportunities shows that, you know, you can play safe and still create an okay number of opportunities, but you feel like a little bit more, and this is a good opportunity for Southampton. Adam Armstrong can't do well, but he finds Small Bone and Declan Rice. Good play. Good play. Jesus Christ, that was close. Jesus Christ, that was close. Just good counter-attacking from Southampton there, and it should have been 2 potentially. Armstrong just couldn't quite find a space to pull off the shot. West Ham's 3 centre-backs just stopping them in the tracks. And as the ball comes across the Small Bone, Declan Rice charging back, covering the play, manages to pull it out. Southampton do have the ball on about the halfway line, but my God, close. Close. Craig Dawson just muscling Gineppo out of the game. He's not had a good game, Gineppo. He's trying to do stuff. It's just not happening for him. Bowen with a nice control there. Forced all the way back, and I suspect that'll be a throw into Southampton. Frustrating. Frustrating. Again, a little bit more invention, a little bit more risk in the passing, and potentially we'd be through a little bit more. Like I said, I don't think it's difficult to say, look, we've been passing very safe. Good tackle, Thomas Souček. Lanzini out to Fornals, that'd be nice. Plays it out to Fornals now. Antonio, his run lacks a lot to be desired. I say his run, he was barely walking, but you understand what I mean. The movement lacks a lot to be desired. And then he loses the ball out instantaneously. Frustrating. Very frustrating. Poor from Mikel Antonio there. We've created opportunities. We've created opportunities. We've created opportunities, even though we have been passing relatively safe. It's not like that hasn't happened. However, you just got to say, disappointingly, if we had that little bit more of a incisive passing in and around the area, or in and around their final third, let's say, it'd be a bit. We maybe be able to create some more. Souček, yeah, I think he's having a good game today. Some of his passing's been okay. His tackling's been decent. He's been getting involved in interceptions. I think he's having a decent game. We're not getting him in and around the area enough. He's there at times, but we're not really utilizing it enough. But he's doing all right. He's doing all right. Handball for... Yeah, definitely. I was going to say, that's definitely a handball from Diallo there. 3 minutes plus stoppage time to go. Like I say, happy with the performance. Ooh, what if I did my hair like that? Happy with the performance, but not happy with the result. Keep playing like this and it will come, but so far, no. Not happening yet. Played across to Fornals. Lanzini, who's very deep, comes to collect it. Wastes it. Takes too long. Takes about 8 too many touches. Out wide to Djenepo as Southampton tries to counterattack quickly again, and his pass is awful. It's directly to Declan Rice, who is all too happy to come away with the ball. Charges forward, takes it past 2 Southampton players, plays it to Antonio. Lay off. Lay off. Terrible pass from Djenepo, literally straight into the path of Declan Rice, who picks up the ball, and there's a bit of space. There's one opportunity where Diallo looks like he has it, and instead he just charges forward, takes it straight through the middle of the cavernous space between Walker Peters and James Ward-Prowse. And Antonio in the box, who collects it after Declan Rice's layoff was whatever. But Antonio picks up the ball in a slightly awkward position. There's 2 players next to him in Jared Bowen specifically was the one I was looking at. And I'm just like, pass it to him now, just lay it off. And, you know? Was Lanzini the other person, Stevie B? I knew there was someone there. I didn't know who it was, but fair. Dawson out wide to Ben Johnson. Good tackle by Djenepo. Coming on the verge of half time now. West Ham still possession of the ball. Still doing bits and pieces, but still 1-0 down. Declan Rice, poor. West Ham thankfully win a throw-in. It's kind of just pointless there from West Ham and Declan Rice, but still, we move. Ben Johnson to take the throw. Out on the right-hand side. Short to Lanzini. Johnson pings it across to Declan Rice. There's big space if he can find it for Pablo Fornals. The pass is poor, but we come away with the ball regardless. It's fine. Pablo Fornals plays it back across to Dawson, who's getting very far forward. You love to see it. Out to Johnson, whose cross lacks a lot to be desired, into the path of Jared Bowen, who again just that little lack of thing in that final area, that little lack of quality in that final area. Be it a final pass, be it the shot, be it whatever it is. There's always just one tiny little bit missing. And we're not. It's the difference between us scoring 1, 2, potentially even 3 in this half, and none at all. Again, looking significantly better. I don't want to come away from this acting as if this is anything close to what we've been seeing in recent months. Like, this is significantly better. Thomas Souček getting back and just stopping that one from getting any further forward. It's an awkward challenge, but it's a professional challenge. It is what it is. It's definite foul. Easily a foul. Yeah, I don't want to sit here and act like this is anywhere close to what we've seen in recent months, because it really is. It really is nothing like that. We are looking so significantly better than we have done. Don't get me wrong. We could be better. We definitely could be better. But if you're comparing this to any other game, that isn't the Wolves match, we've been significantly better than we have been recently. And even I would make an argument. I don't know how much worse we've been than we were in Wolves' second half. Wolves' second half, we were good, but we were nowhere near as good as we were in the first half. I think there's a lot of positive signs here today. And like, don't get me wrong, we haven't come away in a lead at half time. But I don't want to sit here and act like it's the end of the world, because it really isn't. I think we've been good. And just that, like I said, we're just lacking that tiny little bit in that final area, be it the final pass, be it the final shot, whatever it might be. If that comes in this second half, we're scoring, and we could score multiple goals. But Southampton have grown into the half, and they've been doing all right. They've been doing okay. It's, again, a lot of it feels stretched, but it is counter-attacking. That is what they do. So you would expect that to some extent, but it doesn't feel incredibly comfortable from Southampton. Let's put it that way. They're on the ball here, just outside the area. They're going to have the last chance in the half. Diallo whips it in. Smallbone went for it. It was never happening, but he tried it. And there we go. Halftime whistle goes. It is West Ham United 0, Southampton 1. Yeah, like I say, I don't think it's look. Obviously, going in at half time, 1-0 down to a second string team, as I saw someone just say it there, Stevie B. Not great, but I don't think the performance has been that bad. You know, Bowen's header was a good opportunity. Souček's had a couple of decent opportunities. There's been chances, you know. There's been chances, but yeah, I don't think it's been that bad. I don't think it's been that bad. It's just, again, that little last piece that's missing. If we can find that last piece of the jigsaw puzzle in this game, be it that final pass, be it that final shot, whatever it might be, obviously the shot, but whatever it might be, then I think we're coming away with this relatively easily. Southampton haven't been incredible. They've been okay, counter-attacking wise. They've not been poor. I'm not going to lie to you. They've not been poor. They've been fine. They've been okay. They've counter-attacked with relatively decent efficiency. Sometimes they've been a bit slow or whatever, but I don't think we've been that bad. I really don't. I think, especially if you compare us to the last couple of months, we've been pretty flipping good. Still, that matters not, because it does come away. Southampton 1, West Ham United 0. You know, and it is what it is. That's just the way. That's the way the cookie crumbles in that sense. However, Geo Mackie, how do you feel about it? I'm interested to know.
I think we're playing okay, actually. I think we're playing quite well. I think, are we playing good enough compared to the team we're up against? No, but I think we're doing okay. There's one or two players could do with either improving or getting hooked immediately. I think the formation he's tweaking a little bit. I'm surprised they've not used Perraud a little bit more often after his goal, because De Janepo's hugging that touchline, which is pulling Ben Johnson out. And there's just nobody in that space in front of him. You know, Bowen's, like, the way I see it tonight, Charlie, is that Bowen's playing up front with Antonio rather than just behind Antonio. So we don't really have any sort of wingers coming back to help out the wing back. So there's a lot of space there for Southampton. I think we're doing okay. We've just wasted our chances. They haven't had an excellent individual strike. That's all.
Who would you? I'm interested who these two players are. Without saying anything yet, I'm interested who those two people you would hook would be.
Souček would be the first one.
Okay,
he'd be the first one to toll off, and then I'm not sure who the other one would be. Actually, I would definitely take Souček as the first man off the pitch, and see if that changed anything. If not. I'll be honest with you, possibly unpopular opinion or something. Don't think Bowen's playing very well today. I actually think Antonio's playing better than Jared Bowen in that first 45. But I'd leave him on because I know he'll come good. Whereas Souček I'd get off right now, and I'd probably bring on Vlasic and drop Lanzini in beside Declan Rice for this one. It's not physically imposing Southampton team. They don't have Romeo in there. Diallo and Smallbone, and they like a little bit of hustle and bustle, but so does Lanzini. Lanzini doesn't get bullied. He probably gets a yellow card a bit too often. We saw him early. He possibly should have got booked for that tackle he done, but Souček's just, I don't know. Get his granddad to St. Mary's, because he only turns up when his granddad's in the stadium.
I'll be honest. I think Souček's been good, but I think if you were to say to me, would you change it just to sort of get a different type of attack? Yeah, I would. I think he's got forward okay, but he's not got forward enough and in the right positions. But I think you could say that about a lot of our team today. I wouldn't necessarily put that at his feet, but I do think that's the case. And I think if he's not getting in those attacking positions, then you're taking away 50%, if not more, of his game, right?
He's got in a couple of good positions, though, Souček. You know, that on the edge of the box, he was in a good position, but he just fluffed it. I think
the one on the edge, the one with the left foot on the edge of the box, it was just awkward. The other one was the one where it came and it hit the one with his strong foot, his right foot. That was the one where he really did fluff it early on.
Yeah.
But I think as the game went on, he got in those positions less and less. And I think that's probably a symptom of Southampton potentially growing into the game as well. But I think he's been all right. But if you were to say to me, you drop Lanzini back into that role and get on a different attacking midfielder to just control it more, then yeah, that makes sense. But I think he's been fine. What are you watching, Charlie? I'm watching the football, Christian. What are you watching? I think it's one of those things where I don't know. I don't think we've been bad at all. I think we've been all right. I think I'm happy enough with the performance, especially when you compare it to the last couple of months. I'm happy enough with the performance. It's not unreal. We're not coming out there and we're making them pay or anything. We're doing all right. We're doing okay. I think some people are Fornals is showing why he's the best passer in this team. Like, my God, some of those passing from deep. And actually, I didn't even think about playing him at left wing back in terms of how that could allow him to sort of control the play from deeper with his passing. I didn't even begin to think about that. But today he keeps coming in. He's collecting the ball sort of wide on the touchline, taking a couple of touches in onto his strong foot, and then finding consistently great forward passes that are just pulling Southampton apart. I think we're doing okay. A little bit of just that. We're missing that one little bit. That one little thing up front, be it a slightly faster pass, a slightly better cross, whatever it is, just there's one tiny little bit every single time. And if that comes, then I'm confident we can get back into this game, because I don't think, this isn't to say Southampton are playing bad by any stretch of imagination, because I don't think they are, but they're not playing unreal. I'm not looking at it going like, oh my God, Southampton. Like 1-0, is it fair? Maybe. Like, you know what I mean? I don't think they've been so significantly better than us that you go, they really do deserve 1-0. But at the same time, they've taken their chances and we haven't. I think that's the big difference, really. I think we've had the chances, we just haven't taken them.
Yeah, I don't think there's much between the two teams at all, to be honest with you. I don't think they deserve to be leading. I think it's been quite an even balanced game, really good individual strike. They've had one or two bits and pieces. I'll tell you what, the linesmen ain't putting the flags up at all tonight. I know they're meant to let play continue, but usually the play, like when we put out for a corner, I thought Antonio was all for that, and he went out for a corner, and they just carried on with the corner, though, crikey. And then Armstrong was through, Rice come back and nicked it, and I assumed it was offside, but play continued, and I thought, Jesus, these linesmen are being lenient with the offside decisions and stuff. I think Johnson's a bit of an issue at right wing back. He just, we can't really get much in the attack going. That would actually be my second sub. I said two. I said Souček. I'd get him off and get Vlasic on, or Benrahma, but probably Vlasic for me, and drop Lanzini in there. My second one would be to get Diop off. Now, Diop's not done anything wrong, but to get Diop off and drop Johnson in beside Zoom and Dawson. And I'd probably go balls deep somehow. I don't know who's on our bench. Maybe Chester's or something at right wing back, and say, there you go, mate. There's your chance. We're throwing you right in the deep end here. It's going to be a difficult game for you. But we need someone that can deliver something from the right-hand side, because our best passer of the game has been Fornals. Our best crosser of the game has been Antonio. And the guy that you want in the middle is Antonio. Like I said, I think Bowen's been pretty quiet and quite flat in the first 45. So I'd mix it up a little bit. The worry is in the second half that they've got the better bench. We are looking at the youngsters thinking what we're going to do. They're looking at their experienced first-team players going, let's get this game seen out. They've got Benrek on the bench. If I was Hassan, or my first subs would be to get him in alongside Jack Stevens at the back and really tighten it up a little bit. Because so far, while we've had some half chances, they've come from crosses and whatnot. So I'd be getting an extra defender on there and tying it up and making it difficult for us. It's cup football. It's win or lose. It doesn't matter how you play. It could be the scrappiest, ugliest win ever. As long as you're in the draw for the next round, job done.
100%. All right, I'll speak to you in a second, sir.
Right, let's see what you're all saying in the live chat. Fred says we're playing a reserve team bar a couple. That attitude's been really poor, especially the first 25 minutes. Jappel says Souček's having a bad day and letting them have too long with the ball in our box. Souček, tighten up defence and take chances of shots of goal. You don't have to walk them in. Scott says Souček's finishing's been poor, but he's been involved in most of our chances. We're playing all right. Still time. Hammer 1999 is agreeing with me, or I'm agreeing with Hammer 1999, whichever way you want to look at it. Souček off, Vlasic on, we win. Simple as that. Trosh, I agree. Drop Lanzini deep. Scott wants to see Lanzini deeper. Souček for Benrahma. Kyle says we're the better team. Scoreline is all that matters. Completely agree with that. I do actually think we're probably a little bit better than them. Jordan says that we need Benrahma on the right to run at them. Richie, do we think we found Fornals' position? What I will say, this is maybe for another video on its own, but what I will say regarding Fornals' position will only work in some games, okay? Fornals at left wing back. It's worked against Wolves. It's working tonight, but it won't work in every game. I hate it. So one of my pet peeves, we did like West Ham 101. I might do that actually. When Charlie comes back, I might ask him, West Ham room 101. You come on, you've got 3 or 5 things that you want to chuck in that room. You don't like it, right? Antonio long throws, get in room 101. I think I'd put in that when we stumble upon something that works, or we create it, there's a Moisey master plan, if you like, we just keep using it until it stops working. Do you know what I mean? We don't just pick and choose the moments to put it in and implement it. It's sort of like we'll use it and just leave it, and then it doesn't work. Right, let's try something else. That's probably one of my pet peeves, if you want. Anyway, sorry, off our tangent. So, yes, for this game, Richie, long-term in some games. Sam says, Souček's leaving space for them on the inside right. Let you go. Yes, Sam. I think we're playing a different formation tonight compared to Wolves. Against Wolves, I thought Lanzini and Jared Bowen were like number 10s, whereas tonight I think Bowen's a natural striker with Antonio, and Lanzini's sort of more of a number 8, if you like, and it's 3 centre midfielders, and Johnson's not really getting much protection. Lanzini's to the left, Declan Rice is slightly to the left, Souček's in the middle. There's no one out on that right-hand side for us. Lucas says, Souček's passing hurts us so much. He loves the man, but things don't change in the first 10 minutes. He's his first sub. Remember, we've got 5 of them. Got 5 subs tonight. Steve doesn't like quote myself, Hammer 1999, and Scott said, he says, Lanzini deep is a really bad idea. Pratam says that Souček's getting good spaces. 2 chances wasted, but how often have we seen him getting into these positions this season? He was deadly there. I don't disagree. I completely agree with that, actually. Ivar says if their left back doesn't score an absolute world, we'd be saying keep at it, and that's exactly what we should do. I agree. I think we're playing okay. I do think we're playing okay. Lewis says he's jealous that Saints can make a string of changes and still be competitive. We make more in a couple, we lose our mojo. I think that's a fair comment. I think that's fair. Tom says, disappointing to see that they've made 9 changes. We're playing the first 11. We might be doing okay, but it speaks volumes. Ben says, Johnson's getting better every game. Going forward, still needs improvement, but he needs game time to do that. Not to mention that touch he has. Again, another fair comment. Crikey, the live chat's doing all right tonight. There's just fair comments everywhere. What's going on? I don't like it. It's unusual. Jeff says, fair play, Southampton. Doing well with their B team, but we wasted so many opportunities. Another fair comment. Chippy says, we need to score 2 goals. Don't let any more in. All right there, Michael Owen. Thank you for that. Stephen says it's the fact that Souček can't capitalise on those positions. And Charles is saying he's a yard slower than he was 6 months ago. Christian thinks Liverpool is going to be a massacre. Michael says Ekwal for Souček. I assume that's what he wants to see rather than what's going to happen. I'd be surprised if Moyes made that sub at half-time. Lucas says we need more from Ben Johnson. I agree, actually. I agree. I think defensively is sound. Ben Johnson defensively, not a concern. Ben Johnson going forward, it's not great, is it? It's not great. Sergeant Cameron says he agrees with everyone in the chat. So am I, actually. Even people I disagree with, I'm agreeing because I can see their points. It's unusual. Where's all the meltdown? Let me find some meltdown. Anyone struggling? Anyone really angry out there in the live chat? There must be one of you somewhere. No, this isn't someone doing meltdown, by the way. I've just gone back to clicking on good comments. Tom says Fernandez has lost the ball, giving it away at least 10 times. Ben Rama may well do the same, but at least he's got a bit of speed up the wing. He is a bit slow for now, isn't he? Colin doesn't think Bowen's been playing very well. I agree with you. I do agree. Let's see what you're all saying. Okafak's been deadly. Thoughts of putting him on for Antonio. I'll be honest with you. Thought Antonio looked quite good in the first 45 minutes. Oh, great. Look at this. Broja's coming on. Oh,
to back you up, I think Antonio's been pretty good as well. I think he's done. Do you remember that time where the ball came down the right hand side? I want to say the pass was from 4 hours probably, and Perot just literally tried to full on just push him off the ball, and Antonio just carried on as if it was nothing. I was like, "There's the Antonio we like." I think he's having a good game. I think he's causing them problems.
Yeah,
Broja is coming as is Stuart Armstrong, by the way.
Oh,
more long shots.
Tell you what, right? build-up, I looked at it and thought, what the hell is Ralph Hasenhüttl doing here? I thought, Ralph Hasenhüttl's got this wrong. Now he's doing these, now they're 1-0 up, and he's doing these 2 subs. My fellow countrymen and the striker that I would love at West Ham, great. Them 2 are coming on. I'm not going to lie, I'm sitting here thinking, Ralph Hasenhüttl's got this bang on.
Bang. Yeah.
45 minutes ago, what have you done, Ralph? Thanks for that, Ralph. Cheers, mate. And I'm thinking, wow, bloody hell, he's absolutely had us here. He's absolutely done us. Anyway, I'm going to go
Diallo and Shane Long have come off, 2 very anonymous players. So
who's gone off, sorry?
Shane Long and Diallo. Yeah, I know, right? I see it full-time, Geo.
Yeah, there you go. Right, I'll leave you with that. Catch you in a bit.
See you later. Remember, everyone, if you want to see Geo, he'll be back at full time with the full-time review with Gonzo. And hey, if you're only here for the halftime stuff, thank you very much. Remember, subscribe, like the video, all of that good stuff. The goal is 300 likes, ladies and gentlemen, but I'll be honest with you, we've powered through that. We're at 304 right now. So can we hit 400? Let's keep going. Let's keep vibing. Let's keep pushing. See if we can do it. The second half has officially kicked off. The double substitution from Southampton is scary. But hey, maybe they overcommit. Maybe they leave space for us. Who knows? As ISJ says, you say Broja's coming on, but I did just stroke my. You know, it's just we're just still here for it. You know, we've got it. Some very awkward play from West Ham early doors there. Jesus Christ. Ariola doing unbelievably well to chest that one down. Some suicidal passing to start with the second half from West Ham United. But there we go. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, we do also have the baby bell. I've just grabbed it so we could, if we need it. It is here in case we need the good luck charm. Let me know. If enough people vote for it in the thing, we'll then put it to the public. If the public say yes, and then the baby bell gets consumed for luck. However, it is West Ham United 0, Southampton 1 in this second half. Can West Ham do anything? We'll see what happens. I'll start from 46. The game started before I was ready to reset all that nonsense. So it is what it is. 56, 57, 58, 59. Pow. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Bloody hell. Bell now, Lewis. Bloody hell. So baby bell in hand. Baby bell is officially in hand, Wes. We have the bells are out. What bells now? We'll see what happens. Yeah, F it. Just belt. Bloody, it's a lot of bell shout. Again, one more baby bell shout and we go. One more baby bell shout and I'll put it in the poll in the chat and we'll see what happens. I'll let the public decide, but some early door stuff anyway. Kurt Zuma collecting the ball and around the area, taking it as long as humanly possible with that one, Broja. Ariola playing it across now to Dawson. Just pressure, just not going well. Lanzini trying to dive into that one, not happen. Baby bell boost bell. We've got bells. Check WhatsApp. I want a second. All right. Well, listen. I'll put it in there. Bell. Need more cowbell, mate. Need more cowbell. Should I get a cowbell? I'm sure my neighbors would love that if I just started ringing a cowbell every time we scored. There we go. I've put it in the chat. Enough of you have said bell. So where I've put it in the chat, vote yes or no for the baby bell, sir. Yes or no, let me know. You have until, let's say, 49. Do we consume the bell now? Yes or no? Let me know. Let me know. Oh, yes, Deckers. Is it time for a bell? Who knows? Who knows? You got till 49 minutes to let me know how you feel about that. Southampton starting this half well, though. Camped outside West Ham's half. Armstrong going for a shot. Adam, not Stewart. Rice plays it out wide to Pablo Fornals very early. Lays it forward. I breathe away from the mic. I lean away from the mic to breathe. Shout out Tay. Declan Rice trying to spread the ball out to Johnson. Not great, but West Ham come away with the ball. Dawson. Not great. A double. Not great in quick succession there, but we move. We move. The bell right now, 86%. Yeah, always a good opportunity for West Ham. Stevens does well again there. 86% saying yes for the bell. If you think it's too early, now's the time to get it in. You've got just over 30 seconds left. The Southampton come forward on the counter-attack. Adam Armstrong on the left-hand side up against Craig Dawson, who shepherds him well. The ball across is it's whipped in with some damage, but it was a corridor of uncertainty somewhat, but just way too close to Areola, can just palm it away. Thomas Souček is down and is bleeding from the head. I don't know what happened or when this happened at all, but he is down. Yeah, Diallo's arm comes flying backwards and absolutely collides with Thomas Souček in the face, bloodied. 79 is the bell percentage, 79 to 21. I will bell now, but Thomas Souček is down. His head is completely open. We'll see what happens. See, I hope he's okay because my God. Yeah, I didn't see that at all, but in the replay, I didn't see it, but in the replay, Diallo, who's trying to hold off Thomas Souček, arm comes flying backwards like that, and the point of his elbow connects with Thomas Souček's head, and then he's down and on the floor. Listen, we've seen him in is it cup competition? Was it a cup? He was bleeding before and came on back bandaged up like a madman. We've seen it before, but yeah, crazy stuff. This is deliberate. I mean. He puts his arm out to stop him. I don't know if he deliberately goes to head it, but I always see the best in people, so maybe not. Who knows? The silent snack in full effect, ladies and gentlemen. We haven't really appreciated the bell enough recently. You know, we haven't really appreciated the bell enough. I think recently we've just sort of shoved it in. We sort of panicked with the bell. Whereas now I feel like it's the time, you know, I think it's the right time to really just admire the bell. Saeed Benrahma potentially getting ready to come on in case of worst case scenario with Thomas Souček. There we go. We'll take our time. Bloody hell, he's got blood all over his face, Thomas Souček. Benrahma seems to be getting ready to come on. He's doing a lot of like stuff on his legs, you know what I mean? Putting on shin pads or something. I don't know what's going on, but Souček's gone down the tunnel. Bloody hell. Bloody hell. Thomas Souček's gone down a tunnel to get a bandage, stitches, I assume, because my God, his head was bloodied. Good point, Craig. He has form for getting back up. So if he stays down, you know it's bad. Deliberate or not, violent gets red. Yeah, I think that's a fair point. I think it's a fair point. Johnson can't quite get there. Oh, Southampton tried to find a way in, almost do. Hooked away. This is a great opportunity. Hit. James Ward-Prowse tries to just angle it in. Can't quite do it. Southampton are starting to lay a little bit of siege upon West Ham, and James Ward-Prowse just outside it tries to just bend it into the bottom corner. It wasn't brilliant from James Ward-Prowse. It wasn't the best you've ever seen, but it's something from them. And Saeed Benrahma has come on for Thomas Souček. You would suspect Lanzini would then drop into that midfield 2 role with Declan Rice. Oh, bless me, flipping it. The substitution Geo wanted to some extent has happened. Just obviously not in the circumstances he has. You would suspect Lanzini would maybe take up that central midfield position alongside Declan Rice, maybe as opposed to Benrahma. I don't really see Benrahma as a centre back, but we'll see a centre mid at least. So we'll see what happens. But Southampton reserves have gone into full turbo beast mode. So very much so, Lewis. Very much so. Shocking that it wasn't looked at. No first times clear red card was ignored. It was looked at. The commentators did say VAR were going to look at it. Now, whether the commentator said VAR should look at it or whether the commentator said VAR are looking at it, I can't tell you. But they did mention VAR. So, first of 5 subs there for West Ham United. Just confirmation that it wasn't considered a concussion sub. So, we've got 4 more to go. A poor start to this second half from West Ham. Very much carrying on where it left off. Pablo Fornal's nice ball through to Mikel Antonio. Benrahma's there next to him. He couldn't quite do anything. To be fair, Mikel Antonio didn't really have much options. He tried something there. I'm not going to be against him. That it's not too bad, that one. It would have been very, very difficult to do anything with it. It was put the ball through, was nice. He created a nice opportunity. The pass wasn't great, but it would have had to be spectacular to do anything from where he was. Hooked across by Mikel Antonio to Jared Bowen. Can't quite get there. Maybe a bit sooner into the centre of the box, Jared, potentially. A bit sooner into the centre of the box, but still. Second half has started much as the first half ended with with Southampton. Sorry, fully. I saw SO, and then my brain completed the rest of SOUWHU. With Southampton fully in control of this game, we really need to step up some gears here and do something. Because right now it's just not. It's just we'll see. Cup of tea, very warm. Listen, if we could get the vase on, we'd get the vase on, but the vase is no longer. Would take Ward-Prowse all day. I mean, yeah, he's brilliant. He's incredible. Or Fornals with a nice ball in, looking for Antonio at the back post. Caballero comes and collects it across no less, Paul. Not from Mikel Antonio. Imagine the scenes. Oh, Liverpool 1-0 up against Norwich. Minamino with a goal. Imagine the scenes. He was almost on the end of it. Mad. It is what it is, mate. 10 mins and no attempt on a 4-year-old keeper. Yes, but we are making some headway in the last 5 minutes or so, or the last couple of minutes at least. Fornals tries to get the ball across. It's a good block from Ward-Prowse. It's going to be a corner to West Ham. I agree. Don't get me wrong. No shots as of yet. No real attempts as of yet. But started to make things happen. Oh, look, there's Baz. Started to make things happen. Corner. Pablo Fornals to take it from the left-hand side. Diop is up there. He's nodded for it. They're looking for that front post nonsense again. Next question, Your Honor. I saw Diop hanging around just next to the goalkeeper, and he gave it an eye. He gave a quick eye towards Fornals, who's taking it to put it in this area. And second one comes in. Zuma closer, very underneath it from Kurt. It comes off the top of his head. Wait, I need to be a bit lower so you can see it. Like that. Not happening. Third substitution for Southampton now with Tino Livramento coming on because they want more fullbacks on the pitch for Walker Peters. Difficult game, innit? Would take off Bowen before Antonio right now. Yeah, I'd agree with you, Jonathan. I'd agree with you. I think Antonio is the obvious problem where we just don't have backup. But yeah, I would agree with you. Antonio's playing better than Bowen. Let's put it that way. Declan Rice charging out, completely leaving open the space where he's vacated it. And now Southampton come flying forward. Small Bone tries to play it into Broja. Can't quite get the touch on it. Nice play from Broja to come across, and I want to give Craig Dawson some credit and say that he put him off. I don't think that's true, but yeah, it is what it is. Small Bone, some decent ball in from Small Bone. To be fair, would have taken not nothing. Or Lancy does really well, lays the ball down to Jared Bowen out on that left hand side. Up against Stevens, does really well to take it past him, pulls it back across the box. Antonio can't quite get it onto the end of it. It's 2-2 from Chelsea. Scenes, Werner with a goal. Bowen comes across to take the corner as a corner. He does well there, Jared Bowen, to be fair. Just after I was saying he wasn't playing as well as Mikel Antonio, he steps up to the plate. He picks up the ball from the pass from Dawson? Not sure. The corner is now Jared Bowen, whips it in. It's in! Yes! Mikel Antonio gets the goal. Seeds, limbs in the away end. All of a sudden, the questions have been answered. Mikel Antonio has scored. Yes, not 2-1. Yes, 2. Screw it. Let's go wild. It's Southampton 1, West Ham United 1. It's Mikel Antonio with the equaliser from the corner. Jared Bowen whips it in. It bounces around in the 6-yard box. There's no real claiming of it. Caballero with an initial punch. His movement towards Diop, not very useful whatsoever. And Mikel Antonio, who stood in the area, stood in this 6-yard box. Dawson was next to him. If Antonio wasn't scoring, Dawson was. There's 3 Southampton defenders around him, and none of them get even close. Antonio just hooks it. Southampton 1, Mikel Antonio 1. Yes, elbow. Yes. Mikel Antonio getting forward again here, tries to play it in. Listen, he's just scored. I'll let him off that horrendous thing. The bell has spoken. Bang. We worship the bell here. And I tell you what, bang. It's happened. It's happened. Let's go. Let's go. Big plays, ladies and gentlemen. Big bloody plays. It was a little bit of a little bit. Mikel yeah. I don't know how to pronounce it, Lewis, but I'll go with yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Southampton 1, West Ham United 1, all to play for. Half an hour left on the clock. And I tell you what, Southampton have been the better side in this second half. You can't act like they haven't. But West Ham with a little bit of a 5-minute spell of period of controlled pressure from West Ham, and it's paid off. Richie, I shall check my DMs now, sir. Give me just one moment. Oh, yes, Richie. Yes. Come on. I'll take it. That's all I've ever needed, Richie. Thank you. Yeah. Very happy with that. It's my target audience, if anything. Let's go. Let's all chip in and buy Chelsea and then just dissolve the club. Zuma clears it away. I've done that very pettily on football games before. Like, if there's like a specific player who every time I face them, like I remember I had a Roma season a couple of seasons ago with my friend Adam, and we play Roma like co-op. And every time we came up against Juventus, just Pogba would destroy us. And so we put all of our money into buying Pogba, and then we just released him for free after the transfer window was dead, so he couldn't join anyone else, just to get him out of the way. And I'm for it. Let's all chip in. We'll buy Chelsea, and we'll just dissolve the club. No, we don't have to worry about it anymore. Obviously, for the fans, I wouldn't do it. But you get what I mean. Just get rid. One. Come on. I think this game has been a lot more equal than you would have expected it to be fair. A lot more equal than you would have expected it to be. When the lineups came out, I was very confident. I felt like we could build off the weekend's performance to put together a little something a bit more for us. And Southampton to put out a poor formation, but to be fair, they've done bits. You know, first half was mainly equal. I would have, if you asked me to put it a hint one way or the other, I would have said us, but realistically, pretty equal. Second half had Southampton have been a better side, apart from 5 minutes of just us sustained. Oh, good tackle. It's a Diop. Fair play. Do you know what? You won't hear us say it very often, but fair play. It's a Diop. That was a very good tackle. And then Fornals plays it forward to Ben Rama, out to Rice, who finds Ben Johnson. Jared Bowen's wide. He finds Jarrod Bowen, maybe a little bit too late, goes on the overlap just in case, but Bowen lays it into Declan Rice, back out to Ben Johnson. West Ham shaping to try and find a cross here, and it is Johnson with a cross with his weak foot. Stevens gets it away very easily, but West Ham come away with ball. Free kick to Southampton. A little bit faster from us there. A little bit faster, and maybe we could step up for a couple of gears, but you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Crucial challenge, bro. It was. I'll tell you again. I'll say it now because oh my god, it's incredible. Oh, Craigie D. That's the crucial challenge you're probably talking about from the future because I'm slow. I thought you were talking about Diop, but you hit a good tackle and I wanted to give him praise. My God, Craig, big boy, big Brexit, blue passport, Beckenbauer, Dawson. Yes. Yes. Come on. If I was West Ham unofficial Jake right now, I'd be pulling him up. I'd be pulling it up in a PNG form. Because, yes. Broyar's just desperate for that to be a foul. He pulls him back originally, Broyar, so to be fair. And Dawson. Does he get a touch on it? He might not get a touch on it, to be fair. We'll see. We will see. Martin Keown's opinion was that he doesn't pull the trigger. He's waiting for the foul. So he thinks the referee's got it right. I mean, look, in the build-up, he does pull back Dawson to try and get there, but could be a pen. The thing is, right? Okay. So the referee's now going across to look at it. I'll say this. Dawson dives in. Broha goes down before Dawson gets a touch on the ball. Dawson does definitively get a touch, but he does go down before the touch happens. It's whether or not you think he does enough to take down Broya. And I think that's his penalty. I think he's going to give it. I can't see him not giving this. He's going back for a second look. It's a pen. It's a pen. It's a pen. I don't know why he didn't hit it, to be fair. We'll see. Yellow card for Craig Dawson as well. Here comes James Ward-Prowse. Southampton dead ball specialist James Ward-Prowse to take the lead once more in this tie. He has a penalty. I'm not looking at the chat because I know there'll be a spoiler in there. The blue passport Beckenbauer taking down Brozier. Again, it's not the most elegant thing you've ever seen in your life from either of the men. Look, it is what it is. It's a pen. It is a pen. It is a pen. We can't really talk about it either way. I think it was a pen. My gut says it was a pen. I looked at it. I think it's a pen. Hasenhüttl not looking up. Ward-Prowse hits it. It's in. It's in. It is what it is. It is what it is. Southampton 2, West Ham United 1. Neither Dawson nor Broho, to some extent, covering themselves in much glory from that opportunity, but the goal goes Southampton's way. And it happens. Great pen. Straight down the middle. Bang. No messing. No messing. How much cheese you got? I could get another baby. There is another baby bell in the fridge. I could get another baby bell. It would mean I would have to go to the shop between now and some point between the next game. But I could, if it's necessary, if we feel it necessary, I could do it. I could do it. Frustrating. I look to talk about it, I guess, in its full in everything and every essence, right? Broha pulls back Dawson in the build-up. Dawson has the advantage. Broha pulls him back to try and get forward. I think if Dawson stops running at that point, there's maybe an argument to be saying there's a 3-kick in the build-up to West Ham. But instead, he carries on because he's Craig Dawson. That's what you would expect him to do. Charging down, and he does kind of get to Broha on time. Broha should have pulled the trigger earlier. He should have hit it earlier. I mean, look, it ends up in a goal. So, realistically, no, he shouldn't have. He did the right thing, right? But he could have pulled the trigger earlier. Now, the actual tackle itself, Dawson does get a touch on the ball. He does. But he gets a lot of Broha before he gets the ball. And in that sense, I can't blame them for saying it was a pen. I agree. I think it was a penalty. It is what it is. 2-1 to Southampton as the game gets back underway. And a mountain to climb yet again for West Ham, who just did really well. The Sherpas, they guided them to halfway up the mountain. It felt like they'd got through the clouds and it was breaking clear into nice blue skies. And then instantaneously they fall down and broke their legs. So we're back to 2-1. It is what it is. Sad times. Big crumble, boys. And it's difficult. It's lemon difficult. Difficult, lemon, difficult. That was it. Thank you. That's exactly what I was thinking about. we have a saying where I come from. Right. Now it's time to step up again. Antonio lays it off to Ben Rama, plays it out nicely, a little bit too hard for Fornals, who tries and get there. He can't quite. Close, but not quite happening. Not quite happening. Idea was there. It was always a little bit stretched. Well, you want to earn your money, boys. Now's the time to do it. Now's the time to do it. 20 minutes to go. Vlasic is looking like he's getting prepared to come on here. 20 minutes, 28 minutes plus stoppage time to go. And we need something. We need a bit of inspiration. We need a bit of ingenuity. Declan Rice with a uncharacteristic mistake. Thankfully, Adam Armstrong, his control was so bad he gets away with that one, but that was pretty poor from Declan Rice. Nacho Gamer. Originally he was part of the front three. He was playing essentially as the left winger in a front three, and he would drop deep to get involved in play. Since SOUWHU went off with no more face to have, because of all the blood, he is now dropped into that sort of central midfield role alongside Declan Rice, and Ben Rama has taken up the Lanzini role slightly ahead of him. Yeah, I agree with the iBase. He's incredibly good, isn't he? It's very depressing. It's very depressing. Hooked away from Southampton. It's going to be a throw-in for West Ham in a decent enough area. Again, now's the time to prove the boys right. To prove the Moyes right. Now's the time to earn the money. Step up. Big plays. That's what's necessary right now. Big plays. Yeah, I agree, Lewis. I agree. Vlasic is going to come on. I'll be interested to see who for. Because you could make an argument for Antonio getting tired around this sort of time. He plays too much. We probably need to take him off. You could make an argument for Bowen, who I don't think has been particularly that good today. I don't think he's been bad. I just think he's been sort of not great. So I think you can make an argument for that. Outside of that, I don't really know who else you take off. Ben Johnson potentially, but Vlasic, I wouldn't see that. So it'd be interested to see what happens here. Ben Rama does well, rides a couple of challenges, does really well there to keep the ball. Rice out to Dawson, who twines himself up. You love to see it. Lanzini, Rice, West Ham taking about 20 touches and 3 passes to go from where they were to exactly the same position, but with Southampton in better positions, showing what kind of a half we're having here. And a ball over the top from Craig Dawson while falling over under pressure is unsurprisingly goes out for a throw. We'll see. Be interested to see where Vlasic goes in. Be interested to see where Vlasic goes in. We're going to get that sub now. Pablo Fornals. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Not what I expected. Okay. Banger. Absolute screamer. Ugh. Vlasic on for Fornals is not something I expected. I thought Fornals has had a good game. He's been less effective as the game's gone on, but I thought he's been one of the few very bright spots in this match. Interesting to take him off for Vlasic of all people. Going for it, I don't really know in what sense. What is Vlasic going to be playing this left wing back role? Moyes really is obsessed with Vlasic being a wide player. He's fucking obsessed with it. Just play him centrally, you donut. But no, he's playing him wide again. So even wider than he usually does. Diop coming forward and getting a good tackle in there. Just, wild. Oh, Kurt Zouma. Kurt Zouma is such a ridiculously good centre-back, isn't he? Really. Like, my God, did I wish he didn't do what he did for so many reasons. But, bro. Armstrong coming forward. Bro, yeah, can't quite get it. It's it's coming to a nothing conclusion, this game, a little bit for West Ham. Southampton aren't particularly pulling up trees like they were in the first oh Jesus, almost knocked everything over there. Like they were in the first 10-15 minutes of this half. They're not really pulling up trees now. And Broya, we're a bit of a disgrace there, but still. There we go. Yeah. It's just coming to a nothing conclusion. We need something. We need a bit of vibes. We need a bit of spice. We need a little bit of the. But I don't think it's going to happen, unfortunately. I just don't think it's going to happen. We've got 13 minutes plus stoppage time, or 12 minutes plus stoppage time left this game. And I'll be honest with you. 2-1 seems very likely a scoreline right now. CD, good to see you, sir. Hope you're well. How are we doing? First 35 minutes were good. Were very good. Last 10 minutes of the first half, Southampton works their way into it in a way which was like, And then this second half's been all Southampton, really. Ben Rama picks up the ball, tries to play it across. No one there. No one there. Commit to the area, people. When there's someone about to cross the ball in so obviously as that, just commit. Lanzini on the edge of the area. He's not going to be able to pull off a shot. Southampton's just to close them down brilliantly. Rice into Vlasic. Good tackle. Good tackle. And now Southampton could potentially come away. They don't really have options forward. They're going. This feels very much like we faced them last time, where we were sort of in control of the game and we were trying to put them on it. Lanzini, good ball off the top, can't quite get there for Antonio. It feels a lot like that, where we were sort of like in control of the game and we were trying to put it on them, and Brozier was just on the counter attack. It felt almost isolated, and yet he was doing brilliantly. It's starting to feel a little bit more and more like that game. There's 11 minutes to go. Don't get me wrong, there could be a sting in the tail. But at this point, I can't feel it. I don't know what's going to happen. Small bone coming off for Nathan Redmond. Now for Southampton. Good game from Smallbone, to be fair. And on comes Nathan Redmond with the haircut of Omijelli. It's big. Oh, he just cut to Souček on the bench. Who's Jesus? My man is demolished. It's demolished. We need to roll the dice, take off Bowen, and bring on Okaflex. Might as well bring on Okaflex now. Have nothing to lose. Yeah, I agree. To be fair, I think. Do you know what? I don't think you're wrong. I don't think either of you are wrong. I think I would probably take off Bowen and bring on Okaflex. Yeah, why not? I mean, look, we have the subs. It's 5 subs tonight. We have the subs. You look at the bench. We've brought on Ben Rama. But outside of that, what have we done? I think you could bring on Okaflex. I think you could bring on someone who's got that sort of incisive running in him to really make a difference, to really stick it on him. I think that's something we should do. Whether it's bringing off Bowen or otherwise, I think it probably should be. I think there's an option. Areola comes very high up the pitch just to stop getting that one out. Dawson, and it's a throw in to Southampton. Brozier's down. He's holding his face. I'm not sure what happened there. He's holding his face. So throw into Southampton. Ben Johnson. Man, just hit him with the quick dot pound. You know what I mean? Wii Sports style. Man just went in. You know, my God, he's just swung for him. Battling for the ball after the throw in there. Ben Johnson falling over, whether it's accidental or not, he's just absolutely punched the bloke in the face. He's 100% just punched him in the face. Now, I've not been super keen on Brozier's attitude in this game since coming on. There's been a little bit of the melodramatics about him, but he did, to be fair to him, get punched directly in the face. Don't even know why Johnson's put his arm like that. I mean, I don't think he's done it on purpose, but I don't know why he's doing it. Anyway, 7 minutes to go. By stoppage time. I'll be honest with you. I've lost all confidence. I'll be 100% honest with you. I'll be completely genuine and honest with you. I have zero faith in this one. He does. I've lost a bit of. I like him a little bit less now than I did before. Terrible ball to Ben Johnson. Goes over hit. Fair play, Southampton. I mean, they're outdoing us very, very clearly. Again, beginning of the game, I spoke about how much I like SOUWHU. Exhibit A, Your Honor. I mean, they're doing us very well tonight. Second string team weathered the storm in the first half. I mean, that's about as obvious a free kick as you're ever going to see. Yellow card as well. About as obvious as you're ever going to see from Southampton. I'm not even sure who it was, but unbelievably obvious there from Perro. Yeah, man. Like, I don't know. It just I'm gonna sit like this. No point really sit forward for this one. It's done. It's done out here. Armstrong, Kurt Zuma once again. He's been so good today, Kurt Zuma. Like, my God, he has been good. If not to say this in a blunt manner, but if he hadn't kicked a cat, he'd be one of my favorite players. Like, jeez, he's so good. He's so flipping good. Why do you have to kick a cat? Why do you have to be a weird Donny? Anyway. Sorry if you had a squeaking in the chair. I've stopped caring. Redmond hits it. Good save, Areola. 5 minutes to go. I can't lie to you. Southampton are probably more likely to score than we are. Redmond picks up the ball in the wide area there, cuts inside, just charging towards the goal. He gets into a really nice position before being able to pull off a shot as well. He's given way too much time and space on the ball. And Areola, to be fair, it's a good save. It's a good save from Areola. I should sit up, shouldn't I? I just don't care anymore. Whipped in from Southampton, punched away by Areola. Jesus Christ, that was going in. That was going in. Oh, Diallo's lost out there. He's pulling back Declan Rice. Bruv. There was about 8 yellow cards in there. Did he just try to claim his shirt was pulled? What boy? I changed my mind. I respect him. He was basically holding Declan Rice back for 4 minutes there. Declan Rice snapping back at him, pulling his shirt as he falls down, as if to go, "You prick," in a very snappy, angry manner because he's not played that well. We move. And Diallo goes, "Oh, he pulled my shirt." I can't lie. That's the sort of bullshittery I respect with such disgustingly large amounts. He actually did. He did. Oh, it was incredible. Incredible. Look, if we want to be honest about it, out of all the games we've got coming up in the next couple of weeks, this is probably the one I would take a loss in. But we've been nowhere near good enough. Like, we've been nowhere near good enough. Like, I performances wise are what concerns me more than results wise. Diop, he's had a good game today, to be fair. Plays it into Lanzini, Benrahma. He's just surrounded by people. He comes back in with a mixture of him and Lanzini, win the ball back. Vlasic. There's so much talent on the pitch. We're just not. Lanzini, that's a good pass into Bowen. Pass out wide to Benrahma, trying to shape him to do something. Deflects Bowen on the edge of the area, just by the D. Lays it back to Declan Rice, relatively central. He's got Johnson out wide, finds him. Johnson. Declan Rice. Head away from Stevens. Yeah, maybe. I'm just tired. I'm just tired, man. Anyway. We go, we move. Let's go, boys. Rightio. Crossed into the box. Dawson. Oh, yeah, prophecy almost came true. Prophecy almost came true. Crossed in from the corner. Jared Bowen puts it in to a good position, not the front post, aka. And Dawson gets his head on it, and Caballero makes the save. Scenes, second corner, once more. Jared Bowen. He goes for the front post, and guess what happens? Nothing. It's like we shouldn't aim for that place. Why do we always aim for that post? I don't understand why we do it the most. Whip the ball right into anywhere else, and maybe we'll score a goal. That's how bad it's got. I'm singing Sugar Babes? All Saints? I don't remember. Banger tune. Banger tune. Southampton make another substitution, something David Moyes has never learned how to do. And it's Diallo who's coming off and Romeu who is coming on. Romeu always looking just... Romeu always looks like someone's just... He looks like someone's just like handled his Pokemon cards in a disrespectful manner. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? He's always like... He always looks like someone's just bent one on the corners when they were going, got need. Rice plays it inwards. Lanzini tries a risky pass. Doesn't work out, but you know what? I'll be honest with you. I'm fine with it. +7. What? Oh, Soucek. And like 8 times Brozier gone down. Right, okay, yeah, sure. Atomic Kitten. Thank you, Mr. iBase. I knew someone would know. I knew him. Disgraceful for me not to remember. What a tune that is. You can make me whole again. Just got my little stress controller right now. I'm just doing anything but reacting, which is what you want from a live stream like this, isn't it? Declan Rice takes his time in a really awkward manner, works out. Ben Johnson stops and pulls back. I'm going to say it. Our team's a bunch of pussies. Right, anyway, we move on. Just a little bit of danger in your life. Do you know what I mean? Just that little bit of invention, a little bit of, do you know what? I am going to go for it. Like Lanzini did a poor pass, right, about a minute ago, which went directly to Southampton's player. But he was trying something. The space was there, and he went, do you know what? I'm going to try and slot this through. Because if that worked, all of a sudden we're through, right? But instead, what we do almost so often is like, you get into that area, and we just stop and pull it back. Rice does it, Johnson does it, everyone does it. Like, we just do it so consistently. It's like, if we just had a little bit more adventure about us, if we just stepped to us slightly more, if we just went for it just ever so slightly more, then we'd probably get more out of this. But we're just scared, timid. We're too safe on the ball, man. Played out wide here to Issa Diop, who's trying to get forward. We've got 4.5 minutes left of stoppage time. Rice, Lanzini again going for something a little bit more dangerous. And look, Southampton are winning the ball back from it. That's fine. I don't mind as long as we're trying something, you know. Yeah, you're probably not wrong, Darren. I mean, in 2022, I don't know how many Atomic Kitten fans there are out and about, to be fair. But you know, again, you say if we were to pick one game to lose in the next hot while, then it would be. It just would be this one. But man, 4 minutes left of stoppage time. I've dropped my stress story. Hang on. 4 minutes left, and yeah. You know? Perot lobs it forward. Hit him with a Dawson. Oh, my stream. Whoa, the BBC have got a bit wild there. Brozier wobbles into the box. 3-1. Game is officially over. Brozier gets the goal. I don't like Brozier anymore. I liked him before today. Nah, don't like him anymore. Southampton 3, West Ham United 1. And very well deserved. Very well deserved from Southampton. Started with a very heavily rotated team. We started with almost our strongest side possible. And we've just not been good enough. Facts of the matter is we've just not been good enough. Good to see you, Glenn. I hope you're well. Facts of the matter is we've just not been good enough today. You know, they have done us well and truly here. Long ball from the throw in. Armstrong's just fighting back. And then once Brozier picks it up, cuts inside, does Zuma beautifully, to be fair to him. Zuma has had an exceptional game today, and he has just taken it past him. He did not commit knowing that, to be fair, Brozier's going to go down in the box. He already has once today. And you got to admit, he's done so well there today. He might have been a guy who's gone down a bit too often, but honestly, he's picked up the ball there. He's taken on Zuma. He's sent him for dinner, and then he's just slotted it past Ariota perfectly into that bottom corner. It's 3-1, and there isn't anything you can even say. You can't sit here and say it's, they've been lucky or anything else. No, they've deserved it. They've 100% deserved it. There's nothing even. There's no other arguments there to say it. Unfortunately, it just is what it is. Southampton 3, West Ham United 1. Maybe the first 30, 35 minutes we were better than them. Since then, it's been all Southampton. And we have been poor. Simply put, we have been poor. And to top it off, Brozier's just done one of our best players on the pitch today. Kurt Zuma's had an exceptional game by and large, and he has just skinned him alive. It is what it is. Minute and a half to go. It is what it is. West Ham out of the FA Cup. Brozier is exactly what we need. What? A striker? I agree. Right. Everyone in the chat, let me know who your man of the match was today. Difficult one to say, obviously, but whoever gets the most amount of votes will win the Hammers Chat Man of the Match awards. I'm interested to see who you think. I think for me, it would be Zuma, Fornals. Antonio's been all right, but it's probably Zuma or Fornals. I'd say Zuma because outside of just that one moment, I think he's been brilliant. But who do you think? Let me know. And remember, hey, subscribe, hit the bell notification, everyone, because we do these every single match day without fail. I do these by myself, so it's me and you who do the watch along. It's not my watch along; it's mine and yours. I don't have anyone next to me to help, so you have to help me out here. And so come back, get involved. We need you. Like the video if you haven't already, by the way. We smashed past the 300 goal. We're at 338, 350 by the end of the stream. Possible if we all just get in there now quickly. If we all just sneak in there and get some likes on it. Good stuff. And there is the full-time whistle, 15 seconds early, but to be honest with you, it doesn't really make a difference. It's West Ham United 1, Southampton 3, knocking out West Ham significantly. We've been done in there, but it is what it is. Zuma. Soucek's eye socket, my lord. Any Southampton player, West Ham were pathetic. Nolan, Zuma, Rice being good. Rice, Zuma, man of match belt, obviously. Hey, listen, we got a goal after it happened, so scenes. Fornals, Diop was good at left back. I thought Diop had a good game. Yeah, that's a fair point. I thought Diop played well. Declan, nobody. The ref, Zuma or Fornals. We'll give it to Kurt Zuma. It seems to be he has the most votes. Congratulations, Kurt Zuma, on Hammers Chat Man of the Match awards. It is what it is. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, we will have a review live in just a moment. So get ready for that. Get hyped for that. Breaking down what was a poor performance. A poor performance, but we will have it in just a moment. I'll start spamming that link in the chat. But while I do that, thank you everyone for coming and getting involved. We do genuinely hugely appreciate it. If you haven't already, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe because like I say, I need you. I do this by myself. And so without you, it wouldn't happen. We have 348 likes 2 more and we'll hit that 350 mark. Let's go. Thank you very much, everyone. Appreciate it. Poor performance from West Ham. Not fun to see whatsoever. We've hit the 350. Come on, 352. Let's go. We can go now. Thank you, everyone, for coming. Make sure to stick around for the review if you haven't already. See what's going on. See how you feel. And yeah, it is what it is. We're back this weekend for the Liverpool game. Jesus Christ. But until then, come on, you irons, and we'll see you next time. Cheers, everyone. Bye.